Hello, everybody, and welcome to our weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. We live stream our sessions every Friday evening, this time Sunday evening. You can keep up with our adventures on YouTube, as well as catch weekly recaps on RogueWatson.com. I am Chris, your Dungeon Master, and I am joined by our awesome players. Eric playing Kazan, the half-elf warlock paladin. Hello, Eric.
Hello. Quick update. Heather texted me 20 minutes ago and said they have not eaten dinner yet, so should be running extra late tonight.
Isn't she in a different time zone?
She's still Central Time Zone.
Oh, she is still
9 o'clock right now, so 9:07.
That's still pretty late to have not eaten dinner yet.
I would be super cranker pants. Yep.
Yeah.
I'd be hungry.
Yeah. Heather playing Bryce as the Tiefling Sorcerer. Heather is waiting to eat dinner in... Where's she at? Nashville, right?
Nashville.
Yeah. So she may join us at some point. I don't know.
That's the plan.
We shall see. Reese playing Tim, the Warforged Cleric Fighter. Hello, Reese.
Yes.
Yes. Rochelle playing Corinne, the Blue Dragonborn Sorcerer. Hello, Rochelle.
Hello.
And Raymond playing Halfred, the Halfling Ranger. Hello, Raymond. Raymond is not back at his computer yet. Raymond is here. He's just coming. We use Roll20.net for our tabletop campaign, Skype for video chat, and I'm recording it all using Open Broadcaster software. Previously on Storm King's Thunder, faced with a group of Kuatoa fish people yelling at them in a language they could not comprehend, the party continued their deception briefly, allowing Kazan, disguised as a young noble, to be grabbed by two of the creatures. The party then sprung their attack, eliminating...
I like being manhandled by creatures.
Yeah, you do. Smelly fish creatures. Bathed in sewer water. The party then sprung their attack, eliminating many of the fishmen before they had a chance to react. Though more of the Kuatoa joined the fray, the party easily destroyed the creatures. Taking the sticky shields and pincer staffs that the Kuatoa had been armed with, they moved on. Shortly, they came upon a control room with the long-dead operator. Examining the controls, they deduced that the levers emptied the water while the wheels let water in. They cranked the levers, hoping to deprive any further Kuatoa of watery sanctuary. Instead, they heard a horrendous roar and the sound of an approaching creature. In draining the water, they had in fact disturbed the underwater nest of a psychic aberration of a beast called an Otiug. I think that's how you pronounce it. The party let loose on the creature, Kazan briefly driving it back in fear, Tim taking it head on, while the other three fired at it from a safe distance. The strategy worked, with only Tim becoming grappled in the creature's tentacles before the creature was down.
That's hard.
It was in this battle, however, that Tim learned something new about himself, that he was in fact immune to diseases. The party moved on, attempting to enter a grate leading lower into the sewer, only to be blasted by a glyph of warding placed on it. Disoriented and wary now, the party went below. They immediately spotted the marrow Halford had been tracking, stock still and glassy-eyed. A voice then called out to them in their minds, a formal, inviting, but somehow unnatural voice, inviting them further into the room with the large pool of murky water in the center. They talked with the voice briefly, learning that it was Usith, or Usith was a name it went by, that it had recruited the Mind's Eye psychics, and that it was capturing and converting Yartar nobles in an effort to gain control of the city. They learned that it served some higher master, the same master of the Deep Scion from the Zentarum outpost. During this exchange, Bryces dropped a light into the water, revealing the voice's true shape, a white, tentacled aboleth. The creature, furious at the discovery, attacked. Halfred used his last remaining Widow's Bite arrow and incapacitated the aboleth immediately. Tim, reveling in his newfound immunity, jumped headlong into the foul water to face the creature. Bryces disabled the marrow and damaged the aboleth with a well-placed fireball. Kazan put fear into the aboleth's mind, causing it to flee, and Corinne electrified the cowering creature, finishing it off. With the aboleth put down, they revived the mind-controlled marrow, only to find an entirely unhelpful creature who fled at the first opportunity. They found the aboleth's loot, which contained all the wealth and clothing of the captured nobleman, and the Rizzoli pendant they had been sent to find.
Oh, yeah.
And that is where you all are right now.
Is this the time to talk about how we killed something you didn't think we would kill?
I mean, you it was just not supposed to be that easy of a fight. And part of that is that the Aboleth, which you guys may have gathered this from the Marrow situation or not. If Kazan, you probably just know this from its brief time in your mind. The Aboleth is capable of fucking taking control of your bodies, just straight up enslaving multiple party members if given the chance. So that fight could have turned into you guys fighting each other,
But it ain't immune to poison.
but it ain't immune to poison.
That would have been interesting.
Yep.
You should have done that.
I should have.
You didn't even get around with it, did you?
No, I never got a full
You
turn.
just used its legendary action to do the tail attack. I don't think I actually got a proper turn with it.
Yep. So yeah, it's the really high level creatures have what's called legendary actions, which are sort of lesser actions that it can do in between other people's turns. That it doesn't have to do it on its own turn. So the Aboleth, because it had those actions, that's how it was doing the tail whip on you guys when it was not its turn. But it could not enslave one of your minds until it took a turn, and it never did.
Pathetic.
Yep. So yes, you guys are... This marrow is gone. I don't know why it's still...
I think we already looted everything down here, right?
You did. You're gonna make your way out of the sewers now, I assume?
Yes. Breathe sweet, sweet fresh air. Is what's his face with what's her nose still at the entrance? The manservant.
You head out of the sewer.
Talia.
Making your way back the way you came through the foul water. The water's still drained where you pulled the crank. When you get back to the entrance, you find a very unconscious Kemed, a still glassy-eyed noble, and no Italia anywhere in sight.
Oh, balls!
We've been duped.
Damn. I'm gonna shake Kemed.
You
Annoyingly.
You shake Kemed, and he looks up at you. He says, "Oh dear, she got away, didn't she?"
Kemed, what the hell? You had one job. What happened?
He said, I honestly couldn't tell you, sir. I was keeping a lookout, and if I didn't know any better, I would say I fell asleep. But I do know better, so my surmise is that she did something to my mind.
Yeah, I don't think I need to roll inside. I believe you on that one. She is capable of that. I thought she was more unconscious than apparently she was, but... can I look around? Is there...
kidneys?
Yeah, do you have any scars?
You look around the area? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if we can just tell, like, where she would have gone.
You guys... Okay, I'll just take you back up out of the sewer. You guys, with Kemed...
And the passed out guy.
Passed out. Yeah, you're taking him with you too, yeah.
I guess. I look at him dubiously.
Back to the sewer entrance. You come out. The sewer grate is still open like you left it when you first came in. And it's an empty alleyway. There's no signs in the alley that you can tell that would indicate where she might have gone to. You can roll an investigation on the area to see if you find anything else.
Can I track?
Investigating. Oh, yeah, we have a tracker.
These are stone streets. You can roll
Concrete jungle.
You can roll it, but there is likely, I mean, unless you find some sign of her, it's unlikely you'll be able to track her through the city streets.
Which one? Is it nature?
We're in the middle of cities. I think tracking literally is probably survival, but...
Yeah, it would be survival. Investigation would probably be a better choice for just the area. Yeah, Halford, you get real close to those stones. You sniff the stones. Maybe she'll have to
Not like
send.
stone.
Yeah, exactly. You're not. You're
My
not.
hands like stone.
You're not necessarily in your element here.
Let's take passed out guy to the temple, and then we can see if she's gone there or any healing.
Sure. You guys make your way to the Yartar Temple.
Maybe you could hack into everybody's mind and see if they saw her, just like people hack into surveillance cameras.
A citywide.
Citywide search.
First of all, the kind of power you speak of is beyond me. Second of all, that sounds like it has all kinds of moral and ethical problems associated with it. I'm not Professor X yet.
You haven't built Cerebro.
No, I've not. It sounds like this fucking godlike entity is like Cerebro, basically, and
That's true.
giving that to everybody. So, unfortunately, Atalia might have those kind of powers. Unless she did get cut off and she's just on her own now. Curious.
Indeed. You head to Yartar Temple. The priests take the young man into their possession, and they take a look at him, and they say that he'll be just fine.
They just tell him he look like he's been drugged.
Yeah, they say that he's basically been drugged with what amounts to just super powerful alcohol. Just
Do you sell any of this super powerful?
or more like something akin to like opium. He's just out.
That's a big difference.
He's just out of his gourd right now. Like he's not. It's not like poison. It's just he's
high. He's on a super high.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right, y'all have what he's having. And they have not seen hide nor hair of the woman that I describe as Atalia.
You describe her. Some of them even know her by name. She's been in town for about a week, but only a few of the priests do. If you go around asking, but none of them have seen her recently.
All right, I tell them that when this guy wakes up, what do we want to tell this guy? Anything? He's probably not gonna remember anything.
As far as you know, his last moments of real consciousness were gambling on the Grand Dame.
Gambling. Yeah. I tell him to just always watch his, like the thing that you tell fucking women when they go to parties, like always keep your drink in your sight. These people are assholes.
All right. The priest looks at you kind of weird and says, like, I'll tell him that. Sure.
I don't know. I feel like I should tell him something. I don't want to tell him to stay clear of the Grand Dame, but all right, we still have Kamed with us.
You do. He is still with you. And
he's fine.
he's fine now. Once you woke him up, he seemed to sort of shake it off. And he's all right now.
All right. She probably could have murdered his ass if she wanted to. Or she might have been weak. I don't know. I have more questions now. All right, let's go back to the manor and turn the quest in.
All right, it's still pretty early morning at this point. You guys have been up all night gambling in the Grand Dame.
Oh yeah.
And then you
All right,
went.
we'll probably go there and crash.
you went into the sewers at straight up sunup, like at dawn. So it is probably like 9 a.m. or something now.
Dragon.
Yep. You and Kamed go back to the Rizzoli mansion. Kamed leads you inside to the same waiting room that you guys waited in before, and he steps into the office. And again, you guys are waiting for about 5 or 10 minutes, just sitting in the waiting room. And then Kamed comes...
Elevator music playing.
Yeah, Kamed comes out, and Kamed, when he comes back out, he acts like he has not been with you guys all night. He acts like he's back to servant mode, and he's just escorting you in. He says, "This way, if you would, please."
Does he still smell of sewers? Does he smell like he's...
He probably smells a little bit still like sewers. He hasn't changed his clothes.
All right.
You go in and... let me find the quest. Dezia Rizzolio is sitting behind her desk. Standing in the corner is Arton, looking a little sheepish. But she has you all sit down. She says, "So, I gather that the first part of your mission was a success. What about the rest of it?"
We followed the path to the Grand Dame, where we found someone who we followed, someone suspicious. We followed them to the sewers, and then we tracked the sewers down to a creature that was responsible for the person we followed was responsible for luring people down there, and then the creature was responsible for doing something to people with its. I think it was trying to take over their minds. I'm not sure how Arton ended up with a slime cocoon. We didn't exactly get to interrogate the creature, but the good news is it is dead. Confirmed. And this, and Heather probably has it, but dangle the pendant.
When you dangle the pendant, you hear Arton let out a real long sigh of relief. He says, "See, Mother, it's fine. We have it back." She says, "Shut up, boy."
Yeah, I'm gonna glare at him too. Is he still slimy?
No, he is not.
Okay.
She says, the house priest was able to cure my son of whatever affliction that was. From your description, I gather it must have done that to him. I went and spoke with the Water Baron after you left last night about the other missing noblemen. I don't suppose you saw any evidence of their whereabouts.
Yes, we found their newest victim we'd rescued, and the other victims, we found what looked like their clothes down there.
I see.
So are these other noblemen, are they back in town?
At this point, Hopper tried to hide that he's wearing some of those clothes.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Just cover him up a little bit.
Are the noblemen still completely missing?
She says, yes. The other two that went missing before my son are still missing as far as we're aware.
All right, well, I think their goal was to enslave them, so if you see them... I don't know if they would still be enslaved or not, because we killed the creature. I don't know, or they're just dead. But its plan wasn't just to murder people. Its plan was to subvert their minds and, I guess, take over the establishment here. And it served something greater and bigger than it, and it was pretty powerful.
She thinks about this for a minute, and she says, "It makes sense, I suppose. The ones that went missing are likely to take over their family's fortunes and power once their parents pass. So I suppose if someone were attempting some coup of Yartar's nobility, that would be a good place to start. I will have to speak of this to the Water Baron and begin a full investigation."
Yeah, everything is still down in the sewers for whoever wants to jump down there and have a blast with it.
I'll leave that to the actual government. She says, "Well, you've recovered the pendant, so the other half of our terms are met." And she pulls a pouch out from behind the desk and slides it. It says, "The remaining 500 gold I owe you."
Excellent. I'm going to give her the description of Atalia and just say, we're looking for a woman that's should be in town. You might have heard of her, but she's involved in all this, and we need to figure out why, and I would like to locate her.
She says, yes. Kmed mentioned something about her. Kmed, this seems to be of the utmost urgency. Go to the Water Baron Hall immediately and Instruct them to put a search warrant out for this woman. Kamed just nods to you all and just heads out the door.
I'm going to politely suggest that Kamed get the next day off after that, because we've all been up, right? I was like, that poor bastard.
She just sort of nods curtly to you. She says, I believe our business here is done then.
So can we, like, crash here for the afternoon? Because we've been up all night gambling and plunging in the sewers. If that's cool.
She says, I believe our business here is done then.
Awesome.
The door is this way.
All right. Let's get the fuck out of this town.
So, I'm going to move... What happened to Arton's quest to completed? Because it is completed.
We all get 100 gold?
Each get 100 gold? Yeah.
All right. Will you do that for Rices, please?
Sure. This is a lot of money. I don't know where she's getting this money from. I need to pay,
Sold all those pearls for a bunch.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I'm starting to get back to a pretty sizable fortune now after spending literally all of mine.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you guys can pretty easily find an inn in town.
Yeah.
Where you can spend the rest of the day resting, the rest of the day and evening resting.
I was gonna say we don't want to set out at night, so we might as well just spend the day and the night in an inn, just hanging out.
And you guys' internal clocks are all fucked up from being.
Well, you know what? We'll go to bed at 8 or 9 or something, and then just kind of fix it. Probably crash.
You find a place called. Whoops. There we go. The Coin Toss Tavern, across town. You make your way over there. And they charge 2 gold a night per person for rooms. But the rooms are pretty nice. I will minus that from Bryce's as well.
I would expect a very nice room.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much is the room?
2 gold apiece.
2 gold.
That is a nice room. Massage included, I assume.
They have bathtubs in the rooms, which is fancy.
I am full of sewer water, so yes. Actually,
Now-
Tim is probably the one extra full of sewer water because he literally jumped.
He did jump into sewer water.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I go before Tim.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is a one bathtub establishment.
You're
Tim gets hosed off in the back.
You're
then.
just standing in
Car
line.
wash.
Like,
We'll construct some spinning pylons for Tim to move through on a conveyor belt.
there you go. While you were resting, Halfred, you spent some time looking at the boots you acquired in the sewers.
You got boots?
Oh yeah, magic noble boots.
Magic legs.
Sure, let's look at them.
Yeah. During the day while you rest, they're covered in, like, what look to be runes that are etched into the leather of the boots that you're not entirely sure what they do until you begin to attune to the magic of it. And as you attune to the magic of it, the runes seem to form a shape, and the shape is that of wings on either side of the heels of these boots. And you come to understand that these are, in fact, winged boots.
Now you're Hermes.
And they straight up allow you to fly.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
While you wear these boots, you have a flying speed equal to your walking speed. You can use the boots to fly for up to 4 hours all at once or in several shorter flights, each one using a minimum of 1 minute for the duration. If you are flying when the duration ends, you descend at a rate of 30 feet per round until you land. The boots regain 2 hours of flying capability for every 12 hours they aren't in use.
Wow. That's really cool. You could fly up high and just fucking shoot people from in the air. That's amazing.
Halfred,
Now,
also, though, while you are resting, you come to understand something about yourself that you didn't understand before.
Dude.
that you don't actually know how to use a longbow
Sorry.
because you are a halfling and longbows are not able to be used by small creatures well.
As a DM who got screwed over by not paying attention to the player rules, I feel for the DM on this.
So, you can easily in town find a bowyer that can sell you a short bow. And the only difference between a short bow and a long bow is 1d6 versus 1d8. And it's a slightly shorter range. Or you can keep your longbow and just shoot it with disadvantage.
Right. How are we gonna play that in here?
You're just... I don't know, like... You realize you've been using the longbow wrong all this time? Like, oh wait, this isn't how a longbow works.
He's literally been using a short bow this whole time. Just calls it a longbow.
Right.
Because it's pretty big.
How about this? The eyepiece broke in our last battle.
There you go. You're using some sort of... There was some sort of, like, thing that you already had that was allowing you to use it correctly, and that broke.
My special wrist brace. So, real, not to be greedy with these boots, but
There's a picture of the boots.
Oh, yeah, I bet that's in my thing, too, yeah. Let's see if I got the image in there. But what were you saying, Raymond?
I mean, it'd be pretty cool to have a flying ranger just shoot from the sky.
That'd be amazing. Holy shit.
And
Flying is one of the best things you could do in this game.
And Halford, you don't have any magic items yet. Everybody else does, so you're not being
I
greedy.
won't feel bad. I won't feel bad.
I don't have the wing boots in here as a picture. I'll add it later.
Oh, man. I feel like Chris is going to regret getting this.
I know, right?
I understand the implications.
No, what's going to happen is he's going to do shit that's going to knock you out of the sky now. He's going to want to, like, shut your ass down because falling 30 feet per round, that can be painful.
That's a good idea. I know.
With that, I say, I dare him to try to knock you out of the sky.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, pick somebody up and then fly.
Oh, you could try that. It involved grappling them, but I think, didn't you do that at the end of Princes? You guys were, like, all fucking flying around grabbing people and dropping them down.
I think somebody did that, yeah.
I think so. You guys took the potions of flying at, like, the very end. I'm like, this is amazing.
Can we say I just did a trade of the longbow in for a short bow?
You can say
For
that,
free.
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
The amount you were able to sell the
A used longbow.
used longbow for, yeah.
Short bow.
All right, and that is your evening, unless anybody else is doing something during the long rest. You can all get your long rest. And
I'll take it.
you'll take it.
Long rest.
And you all wake up the next morning. I assume you guys are just getting out of Yartar. I don't know if you have anything else you want to do there.
I don't think so.
Okay, you guys pick up your horses. You guys still have that cart, right? I think you guys had a cart. But I don't know.
How did we get that wagon again? We got a wagon at some point.
There were some people that were caught by kobolds that were being tied up, and they had a wagon.
Okay.
This does not sound familiar.
That does not sound familiar at all either. I know I know getting a wagon. I don't remember how we actually got it.
There were kobolds. It was a kobold fight.
All right.
Back to the main map. All right, you guys are in your. Why is it not doing it? It doesn't do it sometimes. There we go. All right. Yeah, you guys are in Yartar, and you set out from there The next town along the road is Callinghorns, and for 3 days you are traveling along the Evermore Way. It's a dry, dusty dirt road of a passage, and it's a fairly unpleasant 3 days. You see a few people coming to and from Yartar. It seems mostly like merchants going back and forth, making deliveries. But the 3 days pass uneventfully, and you arrive in Callinghorns. Callinghorns stands where the Jundar Pass meets up with the Evermore Way. The intersection is marked by a cairn of weathered and lichen-covered orc skulls that commemorate the long-ago slaughter of a horde here. The village proper is made up of rows of small log cottages with bark-shingled rooftops. The Callinghorns Inn, a large fieldstone structure with adjoining stables, stands atop a ridge that overlooks the intersection, surrounded by tall old trees. It's kind of as described, it's kind of a middle of nowhere shanty town, log cabins and such. You guys are able to get a room at the Callinghorns Inn, and it's 5 silver a piece for a room.
Is that their finest room?
That is their only room.
Yeah.
You guys spend some time looking around, but Callinghorns doesn't even have shops proper. They've got some like sundry goods type shops, but nothing that would interest you. And it seems pretty much like a pit stop. Now, I don't know if you guys actually want to do anything.
But we've already had a long rest.
Yes, you have. You've had 4 long rests.
Yes, yeah. I'll ask around for giant activity in the area.
Most of them talk about the Tribor giant activity. When
You these guys heard about the fucking Tribor thing, and they're just podunk countrymen. No offense, sir. Fucking Yartar didn't know shit was over there.
Well, presumably word spread from when you came into Yartar to this place.
Exactly. News only happens when we make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's pretty much anybody wants or has to say about giant activity in the area. That Tribor has been destroyed by fire giants, but they don't know anything else.
Everyone donate to your local Red Cross. But nobody's seen any actual giant activity around here?
No one here has actually seen any giants.
Alright. You got nothing, Callinghorns, nothing.
Nothing at all. It's pretty dead town.
Even deader than Tribor.
You guys take off from Callinghorns. And you guys pass a couple intersections where you could turn to go to Noanar's Hold and Olliston's Hold, which are little, once again, sort of backwater towns. You could do that. You don't have any real reason to.
Are there leeches I could find?
You are passing very near the Evermores, which is a very large swamp-type area.
It's the leech capital of Faerun, Tim. Leeches big as your head, I think.
If you're going to find leeches anywhere, the Evermores...
Lock and load!
Dive in.
After we make it to Everlund, we will just fucking we'll go to Evermore's and just hook you off your leash and let you run wild. Through the Evermore.
Swimming through the swamp water. Come to me, leeches.
Doo-doo.
The call.
Blow the leech horn.
For 4 days, you guys are on the road. As you pass by through the Evermore Way, the air becomes sort of fetid and humid as you're passing by the swampy area.
I miss that Yartar bath so much.
Which is probably uncomfortable to everybody but Tim, who loves it for some reason.
Why is it fetid?
I don't know. It smells bad.
Moist.
But otherwise, again, it's a fairly uneventful trip. And you guys, after 4 days...
I want Alfred to just be flying around above us this entire time. Just fucking for no reason. Just to give us a bird's eye view of just constant vigilance.
He could absolutely
it's like
do that.
a fairy now or something.
Yeah.
Basically. There he goes again.
If he gets a little fatter, he'd be Cupid. But instead
Every
of
once in a
love,
while,
he'd
just like
die.
dribble, just cracker crumbs dribble down. Like, Alfred.
We can assume he's been doing that this entire time. And his horse doesn't care for it.
His horse.
Also, Bryce has
What if you
stopped
put them?
investigating her. She was going to throw out animals from her bag of tricks every day, but she forgot about that.
Oh yeah. Let's give her a few rolls of that and see.
We can, yeah.
I've got a sheet I've been filling out.
All right, I'll give her 3 over the course of those days. Let's just say she just throws one out as you guys are traveling.
See what they are.
Um,
We know that number 4 is a boar and number 1 is a house cat.
I'll let you go ahead and roll them. I'm looking at the thing. It's a 1d12.
I get excitedly and like clap my hands and reach into a bag.
Would you like to throw one?
12. Best thing you got.
Your first day out of calling horns, you throw one, and first thing you see coming out of the ball of fur are 2 giant fangs. And it continues to grow and turn into a feline shape until eventually what emerges is a saber-toothed tiger.
Badass.
I can show you, I think I have a picture of that. Let's see.
Try to pet the cat. I assume it tries to bite my hand off.
It's actually pretty, what do you call it? Docile. It does whatever Bryce wants it to do.
It probably tries to bite my hand off.
Oh, you guys, well, yeah. I don't think I actually have a handout for a saber-tooth tiger. I'll make one for you. You can go ahead and roll it again. Did you roll an 8? You roll out the ball of fur on the second day, and the fur gets darker and thicker and coarser as it grows, and it continues to grow and grow and grow until it becomes a very large brown bear.
Yeah, I mean all the cool stuff.
And the bear just sort of very slowly just follows you around. It's kind of slower than you all on horseback, so eventually you either have to leave it behind.
Sure, fend for himself.
You do it again? One more time.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what this... There aren't handouts for just animals, just monsters. This one... I'm not sure if these things have horns or not. They do. Okay. I'm not sure if I was thinking of the right creature. The fur turns black and gets real long and shaggy, and you see hooves protrude from the bottom of the fur ball as it grows, and horns come out of the top of it, and it turns into a large yak.
Ooh.
And it begins to just munch on grass. It's even slower than the bear, so you guys almost immediately have to leave it behind.
I heard
Bye.
yak. I heard yak milk's pretty good. Can we milk the yak?
This is a good question.
You can. You attempt to
Would a summoned creature's milk sustain us?
That's a good question. You milk the yak. Let's say Alfred knows how to milk a yak.
This is the best D&D session ever. You milk the yak.
I mean, back in my day in the Shire,
Uh-huh.
milked yaks twice a day.
You milk the yak. It produces milk.
Only to discover it was later a male yak.
Who drinks the yak milk?
I mean, it was Alfred's suggestion. I think he's gonna start guzzling.
Yeah.
Tim, try this.
We can't trust Tim's sense of taste. I'm sure he has one.
I'll drink the
Great
yak.
question.
He just feeds the leeches inside, so it depends if the leeches like it.
You drink some of the yak milk. You put some, let's say, you put it in a cup. And after you guys leave the yak behind, and after you get a certain distance away, you look in the cup, and the yak milk has just turned to dust. It is just it's nothing, and suddenly, Halfred, you feel like like your stomach is real upset all of a sudden.
Oh no! It turns to dust inside of you?
Yeah.
So you would have to consume it and pass it during the duration that the creature's around.
Yep. That seems to be the logic there. The logic that I just made up.
We've broken it down into a science.
So if we were to eat the yak meat,
I don't think you could pass it that quickly.
well, if we just sat around, but
How long does it last?
Let's,
How long does
let's
the creature
Let's
last?
look how long the creature lasts. I don't think it lasts that long.
Maybe you drink it with a side of prune juice and...
Well, not only that, let's say we eat meat, and the protein we take in incorporates into our muscle mass,
Uh-huh.
and then after the time passes, what happens to all of those macromolecules that we've incorporated into our body?
We need firm rules.
The creature vanishes at the next dawn, or when it is reduced to 0 hit points. Or presumably when you get out of control range of the creature.
Okay, so we can't butcher it because it would be reduced to 0 hit points. We'd have to do Walking Dead style, where you, like, cut off limbs and keep it alive.
That's terrible.
I'm just saying.
I would like you all to take a look at your alignments real quick before proceeding.
I'm neutral. Give me that yak.
Pass me another piece of Copilot, please. Alright, moving on.
Yeah, so that was your yak milk experiment. You
I can consume, assimilate, and pass yak meat in 48 minutes.
That's what we really discovered after 4 days of traveling. We've cut it down. I've like got a chart with like fucking columns.
There's an entire log of it.
Yeah, logbook. I'm like, when was your last movement?
Carry the stool samples with you, and as time passes, it
they
just
just
vanishes.
they just turn into dust.
Oh my god. This is little baggies. We gotta keep our minds sharp. Gotta keep things occupied.
Yeah. 4 days in the row. That's what happens to you.
That's right. Give us an unlimited supply of magic animals we can summon. This is what happens.
Okay. At the end of those 4 days, you all approach the city of Everlund.
Everlund.
The place you've been.
Holy shit! Look how much distance we crossed in one fucking half.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys go. It's been.
It took us like 2 months to go the other distance.
It's like what, a solid week has passed in the last 5 minutes.
I think so. A montage of animal tests.
That's right. Okay, Everlund.
None of us have short lifespans.
Yeah.
Some of us might be dead by the end of this adventure due to old age.
Situated on the banks of the Raven River, Everlund is one of the North's most active mercantile communities. A thick stone wall encloses the city, pierced in 5 places by gates. Like the spokes of a wheel, broad, straight avenues lead from each gate to the Bell Market at the city center. The streets are clean and wide enough to accommodate large caravan vehicles. Soldiers of the city's army make a show of patrolling the walls to reassure citizens and visitors, as well as to discourage attackers. The buildings of Everlund are stately and well-maintained, with steeply pitched rooftops and tall spires that sport colorful banners. 2 bridges span the river, which has parks and trees along its shore. You all... I don't have the... I'll have to copy the thing from... You all are approaching from the west.
Woo! Got
Over here.
scared there for a second.
Where are we approaching from?
Somehow the east.
Somehow. You step into the city, and the guards don't really give you a second notice. Or they notice you, but they don't stop you or talk to you at all as you make your way into the city streets.
Excellent security in this town.
What about now?
We give them some yak milk.
Drink it fast.
Drink it fast. Okay. Shit, what was our thing here? The Harper.
Yes. You are here to get the help of the Harpers.
Help of the Harpers. Harper of you. We need a wizard named Crowan Valharo.
Are you asking the guard this?
Yeah, dude, I was at 4 days on the road. I just don't even.
You just yell
I
it.
don't have any fucks left to give. I'm just like, I just almost drunkenly like Crowan Valharo.
Take
Please give me
me!
yak milk.
I've had too much yak milk.
I'm looking for a man named Crowan Valharo, please. It's of the utmost importance.
The
And
guard,
also a bat.
the guard says, sure. You're going to want to head east, cross the river, and then just head straight north. Moongleam Tower. You can't miss it. I will...
Alfred says, I see it from here.
Yeah, you guys can kind of see it in the distance.
50 feet in the sky.
Yeah, don't mind the flying short dude up there.
Ha! Are you flying around right now, Alfred?
Some guards probably taking aim. I'm like, no, don't do that. He's a friend.
The guard informs you that this is probably illegal.
A no flying zone.
Yeah. It's like,
Alfred's
I don't-
doing like flybys, the guard tower, like Top Gun style, like upside down.
The guards say, we don't know if this is actually illegal or not, but you should just stay on the ground, or we're probably going to have to deal with you in one way or another.
Ah, you're gonna shoot turrets at me?
Have the ballista.
Maybe.
Copper cast fog cloud on himself.
It's
A fog rolls in.
you could be like a natural cloud.
That's true. I could cast fog cloud on myself.
Whoa, what is that?
You just look like just a cloud rolling through the sky.
It's just a cloud rolling sky that you cannot see through at all.
I also don't think you can actually move it. So you would just cast it on a point,
Okay.
and then the wind would just slowly blow it away.
What you need to get is darkness. That's the one you can cast on an object, and then you could fly around with that object.
That would look terrifying.
That'd be like a flying black hole.
It would. It would be
Dark-
like a flying black hole in the sky. People would
Right,
think you.
cast darkness on me.
So many solar eclipses. Which at least half the people in this entire world would probably view as some sort of terrible sign.
Yes.
All right, to the Moongleam Tower.
The Moongleam Tower. All right, you guys head through the city streets.
Everything looks normal here.
Everything looks normal. Looks like this seems like more residential area. You cross a very wide, very nice-looking stone bridge that leads straight to
It's a fine bridge.
Fine Bridge. The Bell Market. Similar to the market in Bryn Shander, you remember. This is just a wide open area where people have set up tents and they've pulled up their caravan wagons and are
I'm
just...
immediately distracted by having all this money on me.
Yeah. They're selling pretty much anything you can imagine. There's people selling all varieties of food. People are selling armor, weapons, potion. There's a potion person. Yeah, all sorts of people selling things. But
Also, 2 gems I need to sell.
you want to sell it right now, or do you want to wait till you after Moongleam Tower?
Up to you guys. Do you want to shop or do you want to talk to the dude first?
What time is it?
It is early afternoon right now.
Better shop first. They might close shop in a couple hours.
Solid logic.
Yeah. All right. What do you have that you're selling, Chasm?
Tourmalines.
Tourmalines. Tourmalines.
I think we all got some kind of bauble type thing from the Aboleth.
Right.
treasure.
Yeah. So I should be able to open that actually. So the tourmalines. You show them off to a gem vendor, and he looks at them and says that they're very nice tourmalines. And then
Good, because I would have not known.
And he will give you 100 gold pieces for each of them.
Holy shit, okay. So 200 gold total?
Yes.
Jesus. Okay. Sounds great. Gazen's like, yeah!
Anybody else?
I would like to see if anyone is interested in this gold scimitar that I have from somewhere. I don't remember where.
You took that off of the body of the Zentarum captain. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Zelen!
Zelen, yes. You took that off Zelen's body. Yeah, it's got the gold... Okay, you're showing that off. Tim, meanwhile, the Golden Goose tokens are wooden, painted gold. And you
Presumably, we cashed those out, right?
Well, no, Tim got 10 more from the Aboleth's lair.
Oh.
And they are worthless. People look at them and say, what are these? This is carved wood, painted gold. I don't want this.
Alright, next time we're in Yartar again.
Tim eats them sadly.
It's leech food now.
He's provided very little sustenance.
And the gold paint tastes terrible.
He has lead poisoning now.
You find... Corinne, you find a weapons vendor who is selling weapons that look more fanciful than functional. He's selling like a rapier with gems in the hilt. Things that probably belong on people's fireplaces more than they do on the actual fields of battle. And you show him the scimitar, and he sort of marvels at it, and he says like, "Oh, that's real gold inlay on the blade there. This is a fine piece, madam. How much are you asking for it?"
How much are these other items he's selling in his shop?
There you go. Suss it out.
There is...
Say 1,000 gold.
That's right.
There is a short sword. What are those Roman type swords called? The very, very short ones.
Gladius?
Gladius, yeah. He's got a Gladius that has etchings on it and drawings on it that you think might be... It looks close to it. It's very just decorative. And that one is being sold for 600 gold.
Ooh.
The gem-encrusted rapier is being sold for 500 gold.
All right. I will. Well, this is a very unique, one-of-a-kind scimitar, really. And you can have it for 750 gold.
He balks at your price a little bit. He says, "Madam, I have to resell this. Surely you understand. I can give you perhaps 300.
300. Okay. You got to at least come up to 500.
Roll a persuasion check, please. He starts pointing at you. You accidentally knock some of the weapons off the table as you're trying to show him the scimitar.
With a tail.
It's like, "You're damaging my merchandise, madam."
Okay, I'll take 300.
All right.
No backsies.
Yep. It's like, fine, 300.
All right, that is all I have.
Bryce's has a bunch of stuff, but Bryce's has a habit of hanging on to stuff that is worth money. So I'm not going to sell anything in her name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her do it if she wants to. So yeah, and the very large radiant emerald cube that she got from the Aboleth layer looked expensive, but she may want to do something else with that.
Is it magical?
No, it's just a very large, like that emerald cube that's been sort of designed to look like a cube.
Huh. What do you do with it? Like,
what do you do with diamonds that are this big? Like they're just sort of showpieces, I imagine.
walk around holding it.
Yeah.
Can we buy anything cool here, or just like kind of potions and stuff?
You look around, and it doesn't look like anyone's selling anything magical here, or anything, unusual. You can get pretty much anything in the book. There are...
Are we at greater healing yet for potions? Do they have any potions of greater healing?
You go to find a potion person.
The apothecary.
Let's see. Yeah, you find... Where is potion of greater healing? You find a very nice caravan back that has its side pulled up like the old west fish oil salesman or something, snake oil salesman, and he's got all these potions on shelves in the wagon. And when you approach him, he says, "Yeah, of course, I've got potions of greater healing. Here," he pulls 3 off the shelf. He says, 150 gold apiece. That is all.
God damn.
I've got other potions you might be interested in too. Climbing, heroism, mind
Heroin,
reading.
you say?
Mind reading, even.
Mind reading. What does that one do?
I will have to look at
Our insight's good enough.
I mean, you can bottle up what I can do in a potion. Doesn't feel sad.
When you drink this potion, you gain the effect of the detect thought spell.
Yep. How much is that potion?
180 gold.
Fuck. All right. Well, at least it's expensive. Is there any kind of deal for like getting a couple potions?
It says, deal for getting a couple, say?
Like a bundle?
If you buy all of my potions of greater healing, sir, I will give them to you at the discounted rate of 130 gold apiece.
How many do you have?
3.
3.
So for
190.
390 gold.
Yep.
Do you guys want to split some of this? Because that would be useful to have in the party.
Where's Ketra?
Yeah. I think that would be really useful to be able to split
Sure.
potions of greater healing.
Sure.
It's a lot for potion. 130 gold.
I'm willing to pay it. I got
Potions
money. Like,
That-
gold's
that's
not
a
going to
crippled
save my
leg.
life, but a potion very much could. You know what I mean? You want to do me, Corinne, and Halfred, or Tim
fine.
split
Sure.
130 apiece for a potion of greater healing?
Yep.
That
The
sounds good
man
to me.
happily hands over the potions and takes your money.
How happily.
Pleasure doing business with you, sirs and ladies.
Leave me alone.
What are the stats for that?
Potion of greater healing is 4d4 plus 4? Oh, come on. You let me down.
think that's right.
Yeah, it's a 4d4 plus 4.
How much is that potion of heroism?
That one is also 180 gold.
And what does that do?
Oh man, that was a good roll.
Potion of heroism. For 1 hour after drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour. For the same duration, you are under the effects of the Bless spell. The blue potion bubbles and steams as if boiling. The Bless spell, I believe, allows you to add a d4 to rolls. To attack and check rolls.
So heroism is bless plus
10
aid.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty solid.
I'll buy that.
Super buff.
All right, 180 gold, and he hands over the bubbling blue liquid.
How do you do the auto roll for the potion?
Oh, that's a good question.
I will copy and paste what I did on there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know where I found that.
Corinne, I will copy and paste the description so you can just plug it in if you want.
Let's see if this works. Oh, whoops. Ha! That's right, I was going to do that. So I did, on the numbers, you do open bracket, 4d4 space plus space 4, close bracket, close bracket. That's, I can't copy paste it in there because it just changes into the number.
One more time.
So do 2 open brackets, this
Okay.
one, and then 4d4 plus 4 with mine has a space on both sides of the plus. I don't know if that matters. And then after the 4, just 2 closed brackets.
Just put that under the description.
Yes,
Or-
I literally put that right where you see. I have this regain, and then that formula hit points under where it has, what is that? Oh, so click on the gear icon, and it opens a little
There you go.
text box.
Yeah.
Yep, and then just put that in there.
Okay.
Yeah, Corinne's got it. That's pretty cool. There you go.
You do that under equipment?
Yes.
Yep. Or
Okay. You guys spend a solid hour and a half selling stuff, buying stuff. And then the Moongleam Tower calls to you in the distance.
Metaphorically? Or
It's got a voice.
hello?
Hello!
What's your tower? Yeah, we can head over there.
Yeah.
You said use the square brackets?
Yeah, just a regular square bracket. 2 of them open, and then the 44 plus 4, and then 2 closed.
The most prominent edifice in Everlund is Moongleam Tower, a keep of black stone that serves as a Harper stronghold in the north. It rises from one of the higher knolls in the city and consists of 4 narrow cylindrical towers joined together, surrounded by a dry moat that can be quickly flooded through a system of cisterns and pumps. Crowning the roof is an open turret where a signaling mirror shaped like a crescent moon stands. You all approach the tower.
You gotta do double brackets.
D6. You guys approach the tower, and there is one entryway that has guards stationed outside of it, and they stop you as you come to enter. And they
Now, remind me that so Harper is considered like a criminal terrorist thing, or just
Yes. So the fact that it is a Harper stronghold is, if you were to ask around the city, or you might already know this. The fact that it's a Harper stronghold is sort of one of those like open secrets. Officially, it's a wizard tower,
Okay.
and it is populated by a number of wizards that are unaffiliated with the Harpers. It also,
Okay.
however, is where the Harpers operate out of in the north.
okay, but that's not well known, or
That's not
Just rumored?
it may be well known, but not well known enough for any law enforcement or other enemies of the
Okay.
Harpers to take action.
okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, so I shouldn't like.
Start yelling
Throw
the word
that.
Harper around.
Yeah, I learned that lesson in Britannia.
The guards stop you. They do the classic spears at the cross thing as you approach.
So cool.
They say, "What is your business in Moongleam Tower?"
We have traveled a long way to speak with Corwin Valharo on news of the giant activity in the growing giant activity in the areas. We were sent by a friend of his.
They say, "Of course, we understand. Only a certain type of people come to visit Crowan." They say, "Wait here."
Good people, I assume.
And one of them leaves
Only
and,
the best sorts.
and enters the building. Comes back out a few minutes later and says, "Head up the stairs to the second level and wait there." And they let you pass. You go in, and it's a very fancy tower. It's not very large, either length and width or height, but it's very very decorated. It's got ivory walls and with black stone inset. And you head up the stairs to the second floor, and it is just as generally gaudy. And there are some chairs sitting outside of an office that you sit in. You don't wait very long at all. Pretty much as soon as you get up there, an old man comes out of one of the doors, and he says, "Quickly now, in here." And he waves you into an office.
Crowan?
He's already walking into the office, but from his back you hear, Indeed, step in."
Shrug. Following.
Crowan looks... He's a very old man. He has a number of elven tattoos on his face. Very austere looking. I'll show you a picture. That is what Crowan Valharo looks like.
Clint Eastwood?
That's right. He sits down behind a desk in a room populated mostly with just books all along the walls. There's no windows in this room. He says, "Please have a seat. I was expecting you. I understand." Yeah, that's what he says. He says, "I understand that you aided Mr. Ironbottom." Is that right?
Yes. We followed a trail of Harpers, some living and some not living anymore, to reach you.
Indeed. I heard about the Xantharl's Keep agent. What was her name? I forget.
Start with an M, maybe? Help me out, DM.
I believe Millie. Millie was her name.
Millie. Thank you. Yes, Millie. She was helpful with the information, but we're more of the action variety. Get things done.
Indeed. And I must say I'm conflicted about your actions in Xantharl's Keep. You effectively ferreted out a Zentarum outpost, but you also ended a years-long intelligence-gathering operation. By destroying that outpost, Millie was no longer able to gain any more information.
Well, the information we gained was that there was somebody there trying to kill us at every single turn, so we need to take him out.
Indeed, indeed.
And we think we've learned where the Weevil is going to be headed next, which should be soon. Which is information you probably are interested in.
He stops and says, yes, indeed.
If you say indeed one more time, I may have to punch you in the mouth.
He taps his desk and says, I forget. You have something for me.
I assume Bryce just shows him the Clockwork Dragon link at this point.
She does. She puts it on the table. He snatches it up, which I don't know how Bryce... If Bryce was here, she'd probably react to that.
We've never used the damn thing,
No.
so I don't know.
He says, very good, very good. You are who you say you are. And he puts it in like a shelf, a drawer in his desk. He says, the Weevil, you say. Not someone we've deigned to tangle with in the past. Interesting.
Apparently
that
he's
you are...
most wanted in Mirabar. Was it Mirabar?
Yes. Yeah, it was Mirabar. Indeed, he is most wanted in many places. But I understand you are here wanting something from me.
Yeah, or at least from your organization. We've seen what the Giants can do firsthand, and from what I understand, they're acting up all over the world.
We're also looking for a woman.
I'm gonna keep that to myself for now.
Uh-oh.
And it would behoove us to be able to. We spent a lot of time on the road, man, and it's pretty rough. We can't move as fast as the Giants can, and twice I think we've made it to a town only to find that town having already been attacked by Giants. So we want to be more proactive about dealing with this threat, and we have heard that you have access to a teleportation network that links together the cities of this region. I feel like that could be extremely helpful to dealing with this threat through which endangers us.
Crowan scowls at you and says, Thwip, you loudmouth fool. You're aware, then, of our teleportation network without actually being a member of the Harpers.
I mean, one could argue we have acted in the Harpers' best interest since the moment that we set foot in Nightstone.
Indeed. Which is... now he's saying it to piss you off.
Gazen's like doing this.
That is the only reason you are now speaking with me. But as it happens, I do have a proposition, which gets us both something that we want. You see, the Harpers are, as you may have surmised by now, a primarily espionage organization. The martial side of things we do not often get involved in. But you seem to have a knack for the martial. And as it happens, though I was hesitant of Thwip's warnings of the Giants' activities, it appears we are in need of martial reinforcements for just such one of those activities. So, here is the proposition I offer to you. You'll become not members of the Harpers, but allies. We will give you access to our transportation network. And you will, on occasion, do us favors of the martial variety. Is that acceptable?
What's the pay?
The pay is access to our network.
How often do you think you'll summon us?
Yeah, how does this
That is a good question. I can say that the introductory access to our network requires a summoning of right now, as it happens.
As it happens. Are we going to go off on these wild missions when there are the giant threat still looming? Or are we going to be tackling this threat?
You can call this one a bit of both. And as it stands, the giants seem to be the greatest threat in the north currently. So odds are that the things we ask you to do will be of the giant variety.
So if that's the case, then our needs would align.
How long are we expected to be in your service?
As long as you expect to have access to our network. This first task shouldn't be too much of a arduous endeavor for you all.
Are there other perks? Like, do we have safe houses to reach? Are there secret handshakes to where we can... I mean, we've been kind of working with the Harpers, but also it makes me worried to be even, asking about Harper activity, like, in the open. So we need to have, like, more information or just safer access to the Harpers.
Valharo, roll a persuasion check. Both Kazan and Halfred, roll persuasion checks. You guys have both been asking these questions.
Rolling again?
Persuasion. Crowan scowls at the halfling and turns to Kazan and sighs, and he says, I didn't intend to give this to you till after you had completed your first task, but since it seems that there are so much concern over the nature of our alliance, have a look at this. And he pulls a piece of paper from behind his desk and he hands it to you. And it looks like this. He says, in each of these cities, we have a safe house and a teleportation circle.
Oh shit, there's one in Yartar. Huh.
Should you ally yourself with us, you will have access to each of those teleportation circles, as well as the safe houses that are containing them.
That's pretty good. We've already been to 3 of these cities: Mirabar, Yartar, and Everlund.
And think how quickly you could have traveled with our help.
Yep. After traveling firsthand, that would be very nice. I know we need to go to Neverwinter, and there's no way we'd want to do that on foot, so yeah. Yeah, we want access, I think, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know where the hell Loudwater
when we
is.
get
I'd have to
back,
look at the map.
my masters taught me that we must have it all in writing.
Indeed,
Never agree
indeed.
to anything that's not in writing.
Your names will be given to each of the safe house attendants and the wizards that upkeep the teleportation circles so that you may access them without any fettering.
That sounds fair, I guess.
Good. Then on to
We're not actually Harpers ourselves. We're just your muscle.
That is a crude but accurate way to phrase it.
We're crude but accurate people. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well then, on to the task that we require before you use our network.
Indeed.
We... Indeed. We have a friend nearby who is a very generous lord in Hawksnest by the name of Pylon Cavalos. He has recently had a shipment of gold that was intended to be payroll for the members of his guards and retinue in Hawksnest.
Hawksnest is kind of far. You have a teleportation circle out there?
We do not. This is the closest city. It has apparently been taken by... The payroll has been taken by giants of some sort or another. I don't have details, but he has requested aid, and we would very much like to keep him in the good graces of the Harpers. You will go to him. You will find the details of this absconded gold. You will recover it for him, and you will make sure that he understands that you are doing all of it in the name of the Harpers. Do you understand?
Can we take a cut of this gold?
I wouldn't advise it. He is the Lord of Hawk's Nest. I would imagine that the gold that he's expecting is the gold that he expects to get.
How big is Hawk's Nest?
Not a very big place, but the Lord there is very wealthy and very generous to the Harpers.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, we're not getting paid for this. This is just the quest to gain access to the teleportation circles and the forthcoming alliance.
That is correct.
All right.
And here it is.
Pylon Cavaliers.
You have also
Stolen by giants. What kind of giants? Do we know that information?
Crowan does not know that information.
Probably had to ask Pylon.
Yeah. So we'll just have to go there.
You
Is there anything about the area that we need to know?
He says it's up in the hills. Hawk's Nest is a fortified town designed to block the pass in the event of a military emergency, though it hasn't been used for that purpose in some time. Pylon has sort of turned it into his own personal ranch of sorts, I suppose. Fairly peaceful place. Prior to this giant incursion.
If we fail, can we get another quest?
So we weren't gonna pay.
I told you, we gotta have it all in writing, okay?
Uh-huh.
Sections, subsections, column A, B.
You're the official
Little I.
documancer of the group.
If Pylon is satisfied with your attempt, succeed or fail, we will call that a success. But
I like
Pylon's relationship with the Harpers is my primary concern here, not his missing gold.
So did he ask you specifically for help for this regard?
He did.
How long ago did this happen?
2 days, I believe.
How long does it take us to get there?
It will take you about 3 days.
All right, that's gonna be tricky with the amount of time that's passed by the time we get there and start the investigation.
I understand. It's maybe some time before we see each other again. Who knows?
Come on, you gotta give us access to something. A magic flying bird, dragon. They get there faster.
I don't have anything like that here.
You're a wizard. Do something.
Conjure something up.
You will be able to ride your horses out of town.
If we give like Halford a bed sheet, can he like carry us all? Does he?
That would require Halford's strength to be able to carry you all. And I don't think he can. You guys have also completed the Help of the Harpers quest, having made it to Everlund.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
More travel.
More travel. Yeah, you guys. Okay, so you guys taking off immediately, or are you waiting? I assume you want to get on the road, but
Well, if it's depending on the time of day, we could either crash here or just get on the road and go. But I would.
at this point it's late afternoon, so you'd probably stick around. I don't know.
We should go.
Just wanna
Yeah,
get
actually,
a
we
few
probably
out.
just yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's just go.
We're all rested.
I mean,
Yeah.
sure, but logically.
Logically, we would stay and get a good night's sleep. but- That's right. No. Let's get going.
You guys make it a ways before night settles in there. All right, yeah. Right, yeah. All right.
Helps us travel in a little darkness.
There you go. So yeah, it would normally take you about a day and a half to get to Silvery Moon, and then another 2 days to get to Hawk's Nest from Silvery Moon. If you took off in the middle of the day or beginning of late day from Everlund, it'll probably only take you a day to get to Silvery Moon. So you ride into Silvery Moon. Which I don't even know. I'll read you the description, but you guys, I assume, just aren't even really stopping here. You're just riding through the town.
Isn't this a major like elf city?
It is. Silver Moon, the gem of the north, is a fitting epithet. Epithet? How do you pronounce that? Epithet for Silvery Moon, a beautiful, tranquil city where trees and gardens live in harmony with buildings, bridges, and sculptures. Silvery Moon is an enlightened place with a great library, breathtaking temples and shrines, and respected schools of magic, art, and music. Its beauty awes visitors and is the subject of many bardic songs and tales.
I imagine Kazan feels very bitter towards elves, so he sighs wistfully and doesn't want to stop in here at all.
All right. You see a lot of elves as you guys are riding
Bastard
through.
son of some elf lord that
Yeah.
I think he ever knew.
Who might reside in Silvery Moon, but you would
might,
never know.
yeah.
All right, yeah, you guys pass through. You get a couple sidelong glances from elves in the city. But beyond that, you just sort of awe at the impressive buildings as you're riding through the town. Another 2 days on the road, you head into the hills where the terrain becomes very rocky and hillish. You lose sight of... The road becomes kind of narrower as you are riding between rocky outcroppings instead of riding along open road. And you approach Hawk's Nest. Let's take a break real quick before you guys actually ride into Hawk's Nest.
We have traveled approximately 300 miles this episode.
Yep. like 2 weeks have gone by, something like that.
Pretty nuts.
Yep. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Michelle to restart her computer, and it triggered an update.
Okay.
Oh no. And then there were 4.
That's right. Well, now I have to do another one. Or we'll just wait. Yeah, because those were... It's all jacked up with just 3 people. Because it goes from being a box, like 2 on top, 2 on bottom, to being a straight line where all 3 of you guys are...
Oh no. The webcams.
Yep. I'm going to fix this, but I imagine by the time I fix it, Rochelle will be back. Talk amongst yourselves. What have you guys been doing on the road?
So we already made it to Hawk's Nest?
You did.
Alright, was surprisingly
Damn,
uneventful.
I could use some more yak milk.
Yeah. Yeah, can we throw out a few more of the things?
Sure. You sure can.
That's been the source of our main entertainment.
That's right. That's how you pass the time. You just play with the bag of tricks.
I'll let Halfred throw them out this time.
Alright.
You know what? I'm gonna let Halfred throw them from the sky, and we're gonna see what happens.
They die.
We gotta
as
keep testing. We gotta keep testing.
Albert takes the bag. He flies up 25 feet. He flies up 50 feet. Flies up 75. Get to 100. So that's a good place to stop. Or at least experiment number 1.
We're gonna determine the terminal velocity of every animal in the bag.
Grabs a brown furry ball from the bag and drops it.
Show me number 9.
Okay, hold on just a second.
As it splatters across the ground. We are horrible, horrible people.
Kind of.
And Bryce isn't here, so we're just abusing the crap out of her bag right now.
Yep. Alright, the bag of tricks. Number 9. As the ball is falling 100 feet in the sky,
Yep.
tusks burst out of the furry ball and it expands and you see hooves and a short little tail come out and it becomes a giant boar. And roll
Giant.
a 10d6 for me. Let me just a second. Actually, gotta load. Let's see what
See how much
happens.
damage it takes.
Yeah.
Giant boar, that's... Seems pretty solid. So really, anything... I want to know what a 6 or a 7 is, because so far, any of the later ones are pretty freaking good.
That giant boar splatters on the ground and dies immediately. And
I get out my logbook and make some notes.
and turns into a pile of fur and dust.
Feeling very Talus-esque with this.
I'll let you do one more. See if you actually are you gonna do the same way?
From 50 feet.
Hopper's got the bag in the air.
All right. 50
He goes
feet.
down to 50 feet.
Okay.
Pulls out a furry ball. Drops it.
Nice. Yes, we've got a new one each time. That's
Yeah,
good.
you have. As the fur falls, the fur turns white and gets very big, and it turns into a polar bear like the second before it hits the ground. Roll a 5d6 for me. All right, the polar bear hits the ground. You hear its legs snap.
Oh no!
And it is bloodied, and it's still alive, and now it's just mewling at you.
Dear God. I make some notes. The humane thing to do would be to destroy it. Now let's see what happens when a bucket of leeches is poured over it.
Leeches love polar bears.
We really love animals here on the on our show. We don't condone any kind of animal violence.
You love to do something with them.
These are just creatures.
Yeah, these are magical constructs. You can wave it away. Alright. Things fixed. You guys approach Hawk's Nest. Hawk's Nest is a fortified settlement that overlooks Silvery Moon Pass, built to defend the pass against orc hordes and other threats, thus protecting Silvery Moon's eastern flank. Perched atop a rocky crag and surrounded by high battlements, a high stone wall encloses a keep and a densely packed village that includes 3 small temples dedicated to Helm, Torm, and Tyr, a blacksmith, a leatherworker, a caravan supplier, a rough-and-tumble tavern called the Spike Gauntlet, and 2 cozy yet spacious inns, called the Hawk's Roost and the Inn of the Silver Sword. All are under the employ of the Lord of Hawk's Nest, a man named Pylon Cavalos.
We need to speak with him.
As you guys ride into town, you see large... Tim's the only one that takes notice of these at first, because they're kind of off in the distance at first. Large figures in the sky. It's unclear what they are until you get closer to Hawk's Nest, and then they appear to be large bird-like figures, larger than regular birds, just sort of circling the town, and occasionally diving and rising, and it's unclear what they're doing. But as you get very near Hawk's Nest, near the gates, the forms begin to dive your direction, and they're kind of coming at you.
Oh shit! I think they saw what we were doing with those.
Tim, what are those things? It's Beta.
What do my keen leech eyes
Yeah.
see?
Roll a perception check. With advantage, because you get advantage always, yeah.
I already have advantage.
Well, your passive perception's better than that, so... I should stop asking you to roll perception if your passive perception is going to get you the best result anyway.
Yeah.
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 As they get closer, Tim, they look like creatures they look like eagles, but the back of them look like horses. You recognize them as hippogriffs.
Horrigals! Wait, what?
They are hippogriffs.
That's what I meant to say.
And it looks like there are riders on the back of each of these hippogriffs.
Uh-oh.
Are these does Hawk's Nest have guards?
They're all
Give 'em
blind.
Did we get a universal sign for greeting?
Oh, I'm fixing the thing. There we go. As they get closer and closer, Tim, when they're about, let's say, 300 feet out, you can see a tall, lanky man with a white beard on one, and a young girl, looks like a 14-year-old or so brunette girl on the back of one of the other hippogriffs. The man is waving to you all as these creatures descend.
Kill them! Kill them!
He's giving shoot them down.
Murder!
Corinne's back, by the way. We can fix
Okay.
the webcams.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we'll wave back.
All right. The creatures...
Rana, weep ninny bomb.
The hippogriffs set down right in front of you. There's 6 of them total. 4 of them are occupied by men in what look like guard uniforms or rider uniforms of some sort. The tall, lanky man with the large white beard is in some very much finer attire, and the young girl is also in some fine riding outfit. I'll show you what. Give you a handout real quick for. What they
I'm
are.
trying to break the ice by saying, "Hey, I thought Hawk's Nest was just a name."
This is what they are writing. Hippogriffs.
Yep, that is a horse eagle.
Yep. They have fine mounts at the back of each of them. And as they're getting off, the man turns to the young girl. Hold on just a second. The man turns to the young girl and he says, Levencia, that is very good for today. We will pick it up again tomorrow. You did very good. We'll work on the dive tomorrow. I saw your feet come loose as we were coming down. The young girl doesn't answer him. She's just sort of staring at you all. And she sort of comes forward a little bit and she says, hi. This is like this is maybe a 13, 14-year-old girl. Brown hair. Just sort of looking at you wide-eyed. She says, my name's Levencia.
Hello. Or I introduced myself and the companions. And
Do you like nice things, Levencia?
The man comes up and says, Go inside, Levencia. Let me talk to these visitors for a moment.
Promise. Innocent. I just wanted to buy her hippogriff.
Was this the Lord guy?
He introduces himself. He says, greetings, friends. I am Pylon Cavalos, the Lord of Hawk's Nest. I assume you are the people sent by Crowan.
We are they. We came literally as fast as we could. We are the strong arm of the Harpers, if you will.
Excellent.
Newly arrived to establish ourselves as friends.
We're the Graham Cracker crew, and giant killings are due.
Kaz and size.
Oh wait, giant killings what we do.
What we do, there you go, that's better. He says, excellent, excellent. I was hoping Crowan would send able-bodied folks like yourself, but I had no idea he would send the honest-to-goodness saviors of Nightstone. I heard the stories of you all. Defending Nightstone against Cloud Giants, Bryn Shander against Frost Giants.
I wish we could travel as fast as word does around here. Soon we will. You guys seem pretty well stocked with these nice creatures you got here. Have you been able to survey the land and figure out where these giants made off with your money?
He says, of course. Please, come in. Let us discuss the matter at hand. You guys all go inside with him. He starts taking off his writing jacket and gloves and stuff that he's got on for writing the hippogriffs. Says, lovely creatures, aren't they? I breed them here at Hawk's Nest. Something of a hobby of mine. Wonderful creatures. I used to ride them back when I did what you all did.
So do you have some for us?
Traveled the world doing favors for people?
Adventuring.
That's one way to put it.
I fought in the War of the Silver Marshes myself before settling down here. But let's get to the matter at hand.
You breed these creatures. How much do you sell them?
Occasionally. To the right buyer, of course. Hippogriffs are rather docile creatures. Very good mounts. But I wouldn't sell them to any old militia. Lord knows how they might treat them.
Yeah, you wouldn't want people that don't know how to treat animals well. Cousin refuses to look at Alfred throughout this entire exchange now. Alfred holds up the bag like, put the bag down.
He says,
Well, I would normally be interested, but hopefully we'll get some teleportation things set up, so that'll be our method of travel. All right, yeah, back to the Giants.
he says, yes. I had a shipment of gold coming in that was intended to pay everyone in Hawk's Nest their labor, keep them employed and whatnot. But it was waylaid. My understanding is that a pair of fire giants came upon my caravan and attacked it. The men fled. I harbor them no ill will for that. I pay them to guard against brigands and other such threats of their own size. I'd rather have guards I can employ than guards cut down by giants.
Some people would say the opposite. They'd rather have people die for their money, so I respect that.
Well, if they had stayed and fought the fire giants, I have no doubt, though they are good men, that both would have occurred.
Where did it happen?
The attack was about 5 miles before they reached town, on the road you came.
We didn't see anything.
No, fire giants apparently took everything that the guards fled, and the wagon that was carrying the gold was apparently taken by the fire giants themselves.
There were no tracks or anything. We just came that way.
Perhaps if you check again, knowing what you're looking for, maybe you'll find them.
Crumble.
The giants headed south. I had a number of scouts, as soon as I learned of the attack, mounted on our own mounts, head out to try to find them. They found the tracks that they believed were the fire giants, but they lost them shortly after in the hills.
It was just a pair of fire giants that did this?
From my understanding, yes. They descended upon the caravan and took the gold and left.
Okay, can you lead us to where you last saw the tracks?
Of course, sir. I will have one of my men take you out to where the attack happened. Hopefully you can find it from there. I have every faith that you will do your best to retain the gold. It doesn't mean much to me personally, but to the people of this town, it means their wages for the next good while. I wouldn't not want them to go unpaid.
Save the pension for everyone. Okay, is it still daytime
It
to be able
is.
to go out?
It
Or do
is.
we need,
It was early afternoon whenever you guys arrived. He has one of his guards take you out. He takes you out. It's straight up about 5 miles out of town. It's not too far. And you guys pretty quickly find the spot. And sure enough, you can't tell there's anything there. It's been almost a full week since this attack happened.
Wow.
But Halfred, as soon as you know what you're looking for, you find a distinct set of giant tracks.
Can you primeval find giants at this point? What is the
I can
range
try.
on that thing?
5 miles. I can sit down and do it.
Sure. Yeah, you do it. You don't sense any giants in a 5 mile radius.
Alright, every mile we go, you're gonna be fucking doing that.
So you guys are following the tracks?
Yeah, and do we still have that person with us, or are we just going on our own?
No, he left. He shows you
Okay.
where it is, and he told you good luck. The guy that went out was just a regular guard. He didn't think he was going to be much help to you.
Probably not.
All right, you guys follow the tracks for a couple miles south.
Always doing primeval awareness.
Halfred, you're stopping every mile to do it. Once you guys make it about 4 miles south of the road, you're in very hilly country. There are trees. They're kind of sporadic. Halfred, you sit down and you focus and you sense 2 fire giants 5 miles to your east.
Coincidence? To the east.
To the east.
My bat radar's going up.
That's right.
I
So,
found the giants.
Right here.
5 miles to the east.
Yeah.
All right, we
Let's
need to
say
go
right
that direction, but we need to be very careful. You are the tracker, so we should be able to get the jump on them.
Yeah,
I
get
don't
closer.
think we can take on 2 fire giants in a straight up fight.
All right, you guys keep going. This is the marker on your map. You keep detecting the giants. Halfred, you don't detect that they've ever moved. Every mile you go, they seem to be a mile
Get closer.
closer.
Found their hideout.
Until eventually, Halfred, you get to the point where, let's see how far that is. You detect, you don't see them for a long, like they're getting closer and closer, and you don't see them, but you come into a copse of trees, and Halfred, you sense there's a fire giant 70 feet to the northeast of you that you cannot see.
Oh, can I? Oh shit, what happened?
What? What did happen? You put a ruler down and it stuck?
No,
What you guys see where you are right now is there's some trees. To your north, there's a very steep shale rock, a hill that goes up about 15 feet to a peak.
Ooh, we need to climb that. Get a glimpse, or you can fly up.
some problem.
What about the other? Do you only sense one? Does he only sense one giant?
No, he senses 2. The other one is, I would say, 95 feet away.
Okay, it's decently separated. Found 'em.
Yep.
This is a hill thing.
It is, yeah. The rock is
Rock-
going
rock?
Up. It's going up here. It's a fairly steep incline going up here, but you could easily make the climb. It would be considered difficult terrain.
Oh, I don't have to roll anything.
You don't have to roll anything. No, it would just be considered difficult terrain.
All right. I don't know if we should put Halford up here or Tim up here. Let's put Halford up here.
You do notice, Kazan, as you get near and you start stepping on this shale rock, it's pretty loud. But you also, Kazan, when you get close enough, you start hearing sounds where you're at, coming from right over the crest of this rocky hill about 15 feet up.
That's right. You only sense giants.
Gonna
And
write-
monstrosities.
And monstrosities, yes. You hear the sounds of what sounds like mining, like picks on rock, and you hear a lot of them.
Okay. Giants are digging something. On the other, above me, or on the other side of this thing?
From the other side of the rock outcropping, yes.
Do we need to use Kryn's invisibility to look up here?
I'm gonna put on a bear fur cloak and just fly it.
That's not invisibility. That flying bear is gonna be more distracting.
Oh god, man, we've got a flying bear coming at us.
The bears, they've grown wings.
All I got. I don't have a
I
bird
c-
costume.
I can go invisible.
Can you make Halford invisible and then he
I
can fly
can.
around the
Yeah,
zone
that's
and
probably
survey?
the
That would be
easiest.
amazing.
Yeah. Where's Alfred? Oh, he's right here.
Oh, you get a 2 for 1, so might as well make yourself and then. Or right? Is that how it works? Or
No, I
or
think
you can
I
use a
have to-
lower slot.
I have to cast it. Oh crap! I forgot. Either I cast it at a second at the next level up. I think that's what it is. I think if I cast that as a
Oh,
third
yeah.
level spell, I was either doing that or twinned spell. But so yeah, like for the second level spell, it's just anything I touch, just like one target becomes invisible.
Okay.
So I will. Yeah, I'll just make Halfred invisible.
Okay.
Think of the possibilities.
I know we can combine literally, her invisibility and your flying and survey the land.
All right, Alfred, you were invisible.
All right,
And
don't.
flying.
I'm gonna give him a very strict talking to. Don't do anything. You're just gonna look and then report back to us, but look as much as you can around.
Woo!
Don't
All
make any
right.
sounds.
Caw,
They don't see you. You don't have to pretend to be.
Halford, you fly around the edge of the peak of this hill. Shoot, I have to actually. Then you fly onto the peak, and
Holy shit.
what you see after the edge of the highest point, the rock gradually descends into a very wide, almost canyon. It looks like it might be a crater of some sort. And within this crater, 2 fire giants are lazily resting against the walls of this canyon. Beside one of the fire giants, a fiery dog-looking creature is laying on its haunches. At the bottom of this canyon, you see a large number, I think it's 12, goblins in shackles.
10.
You count 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 10, sorry. 10 goblins in shackles. Some of them armed with picks, some of them with shovels, and they are digging into the watery bottom of this area. A creature that you might recognize as a hobgoblin stands at the top of a ladder going down to the bottom section, holding a whip. And every once in a while, he yells something at the goblins and whips down at them.
Wow, got a chain gang.
That is what you see. And no one's taking any notice of an invisible flying halfling.
All right, what does the battlefield look like? Is there cover? Is there?
So Hopper's gonna come back,
Okay.
or everything that Chris just mentioned, or our DM just mentioned. I can't tell based on the map, but is it just like a
It's just a slope.
down
A
into
slope.
it?
Yep.
Okay.
So can we get?
So
we climb
imagine
this?
imagine the inside like a volcano, I guess.
Okay.
Right, we got this wall on the outside, and it just goes in like a bowl. And there's a entranceway to the east of us that the giants are blocking. Now, tell me, were the goblins chained together, or chained to the ground, or chained to something?
They were chained. Their arms and legs were chained.
But they're not chained to the ground.
No, they're not.
Are they chained to each other?
No.
So the goblins look like they're working, being forced to work. I bet if we offer them food, they would join our side.
My
See, that dog
concern
looks
is
heavy-
the
hungry, too.
giants. Yeah. If we climb this rock right here, would we have like would we be above everything?
You would. Not to the degree where they wouldn't be able to get to you, but you would have the high
Right.
Is the ground at that point solid, or is it crumbly rock?
It's crumbly rock. It would be difficult terrain, and it's also difficult.
Did you minimize Skype, Chris?
Maybe. I don't know. If I did, it's fixed now.
Okay.
I imagine if we climbed up there and made one wrong step, rock would just.
You would guess
tumble
that
down.
it would take it would be disadvantageous to try to stealth along this crumbly rock edifice.
Yeah, if we had something big that would just implode and kill them all.
Can we blast it and start a avalanche or something up here, or is there any kind of big structure that we could blast apart to?
The rock looks loose enough to where you imagine you could blast it apart. It's unclear if it would actually avalanche or just break into pieces.
Yeah.
From where you're at, it's about 15 feet from the bottom to the top, so even if it avalanched, it may not actually hurt you.
Can we throw a blast of fire in through the entrance and just scatter them all?
I mean, we could rain fireballs down there. The problem is fire giants probably don't give a shit about fireballs, so we would incinerate the goblins, but the goblins are already shackled. So I'm not terribly concerned about the chain gang. Obviously, we want the surprise round. That's going to be the key. So we need to get in a spot where we can ambush and attack them before they can see us. So what were the giants doing? What was anybody paying attention to the top? Or was there a natural entrance anybody was watching?
No, it's just open. It's all open sky.
Is there an open path on the ground, or is it all just a big circle
To the
pit?
east of us. It's a big circle, but there's an entrance to the east of us.
Was anybody watching that entrance?
Yeah, the two giants are standing on each side of it.
What were they? What were the giants doing? I might be asking the DM this too. Also, I don't know.
They weren't doing anything.
They were just
lazy.
lazily leaning against the rock walls, watching the digging.
So
How
we need to
dumb
come in
a
the
giant.
side opposite of the digging then to get behind them. What side was the digging on? The cardinal direction.
North side of the crater.
Okay, so we need to come in on the side, which is where kind of we are, right? We need to come in on the south side.
Right, the giants and the entrance are on the south side.
Okay. So we come in.
How dumb are giants? What if
I think it depends on the giant.
What if an invisible voice were to start speaking giant to them?
Halford should know. He's got bright. He should know.
Halford, you can roll a history check with advantage. See what you know about fire giants.
Giants are his prey. He should know.
15. Master crafters and organized warriors, fire giants dwell among volcanoes, lava flows, and rocky mountains. They are ruthless, militaristic brutes whose mastery of metalwork is legendary. They're not the dumbest giants. It would be difficult to trick them with base, things like you did like the ogres. They're not that kind of giant. They're a fairly intelligent race of creatures.
I do not want that fire giant to manhandle me. I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm not gonna wander in there as like a goblin that got freed. They're gonna fucking murder my ass.
Halford, you also know that of all the giant types that you're aware of, fire giants are probably the most physically capable. They're the most mighty. You saw when you saw them, they each had a giant greatsword that's probably 3 times the size of a person.
Sounds awful.
Since I am invisible and I can fly, would you let me shoot an arrow into their eyes?
What you mean, get close enough to where you can just point blank shoot them in the eyeball?
I don't even have to be that close. I mean,
He's
with a
that
short bow.
good.
I could be 50 feet away.
At 50 feet away, I'd still have you. I'd still
Bullseye and womp rats.
have you roll an attack roll to see if you can
Well,
hit them
I can get
in the
closer.
eye. Yeah.
I can get closer. Give me an example.
You could get one attack off like that, but you could take like one eye out like that before you
All
stop
right,
being
all right.
invisible.
I like where your head's at. We're going to end up doing this, but we need to make sure everybody, again, is in the perfect position. Yours is obviously flying as an invisible arrow-shooting fucker up in the air.
Well, as soon as he shoots, he's no longer invisible, but that's how it
that's
would
true.
start.
Time to put the bear cloak on.
All right, Heather is getting back to her room, so she might join us for this fight.
Okay.
We need to put... Alright, so yeah, you're going to fly. Maybe we put Corinne and Bryces climb up to the top of the slate rock and, like, to where you're, like, peeking out over the top. That gives you some cover, and then you can shoot shit down in there. And then Tim and I will probably die heroic deaths going up the main path and trying to hold the line against this onslaught of horribleness. I'm going to open with fear, probably. And God hope some of that connects. And I think that's the best we can do, which I don't trust Tim and my sneaking ability, so we're going to have to let the ranged guys get off their attack, and then we'll probably have to spend a round actually running up there, because I don't necessarily trust me and Tim to be able to sneak up there and also be right there ready for the ambush. But we can at least get all the ranged guys out there, and depending on how close we can get, we might be able to run up and attack in the surprise round. And now this might be a good time to buff.
Yeah, if you guys, before a surprise round or before anything, if you guys want to cast any buff spells or drink any potions...
Bryces is here!
Hi.
Hello?
Can y'all see me at all?
No.
No.
Your camera's not on.
All right,
It is.
there you
There we
go.
go, yeah.
Hey, you made it.
Hi, sorry.
You
How
made
was your dinner?
Very loud. We went to some restaurant on what they called their strip, and it was very loud. Very loud.
Did you go to a
Oh, God.
honky tonk?
Yeah, they could not sing worth crap. If you can't remember the songs to the words to Margaritaville, you need to go home.
You're drunk, go home.
Yes, pretty much. I have no idea what's going on, so y'all just keep going.
You're about to assault a couple of fire giants.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yep. We met the wizard in Everlund. He gave us a quest to go to help this guy retrieve his money. We got here, and they said his money was stolen by a pair of fire giants. We used Halford to track the fire giants down. Now we have found them, and they have a chain gang of goblins digging something out. And we're going to try to surprise attack them.
Wait, what if we wait for them to finish digging and then steal what they get?
How is that any easier than...
It also doesn't get
Oh.
you the money that you were sent here to get.
Huh?
You were sent here to get the money back.
Right. Oh. So don't pay attention to what they're digging up.
I mean, you could absolutely pay attention to that, but I mean, it's not that wasn't.
We'll try to leave a goblin alive, if that makes you feel better.
No, they're
I'm
doing all the
assuming-
hard work right now.
And the goblins are not armed. I'm literally assuming they're not going to participate in this fight. And if they are, then I don't think they'll try to even attack us. They're chained up. They got pickaxes. It was just the one hobgoblin, right? And then the two giants?
And a dog.
And a dog, okay. Was it a fire dog? Did it look like a fire dog?
I think it was. Didn't you say it was?
Alright, that's bad. That's like a demon thing. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's a hellhound. Probably. Alright,
Where is this rock that I'm supposed to climb on?
I think right
over here.
just straight north of us. And then is the path to the east of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so any buff stuff you guys want to do before you get into position, you should do it before you get into position.
I'm doing this, but I'm doing this right before it starts because it lasts for a minute. But I have a potion of invulnerability I have had since session 2, I think.
Resistance to all damage. All right, that is something.
That from the guy that I disguised as a girlfriend, and he gave me that.
Okay.
Cross-dressing always gives rewards.
I'll use my potion of heroism that I just got.
Okay. Bless. Yeah. So you get the bless. You get 10 extra hit
Aid.
points.
Yeah,
Aid.
the Doom buff was up also. In fact, I'll probably cast one of my defensive spells too. Who are you casting aid on?
Corinne, Kazan, and Bryces.
At level, at the 5 hit points.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Let's do it at 3. 10 hit points. Change my
Oh
mind.
boy.
I mean, we might need to blow everything on this fight. So I'm thinking.
10 hit
Who
points.
who should I cast haste on? On whom should I cast haste?
I would say Halfred.
Alfred. No, he's a
Probably the least-
super fast invisible.
Yes. I don't think they have any range if they have swords, so he can literally just fly around and unleash hell from the sky.
All right.
Wait, how can Halford fly?
Wait.
Halfred got winged boots.
Yeah,
Oh.
Alfred can
Lord.
fly now.
How freaking fly now.
Halfred can fly now.
Both invisibility and haste are concentration spells.
Oh yeah, you would. Well, maybe she can time it. As soon as she casts haste, right when you're in position, and that would probably begin the ambush.
That's right. Okay, we'll undo that.
Yeah, I have to get within 30 feet.
You could twin it if you want to make somebody else hasted.
Wait, but I can't do that in invisibility at the same time, right? So he's just.
It's one
Yeah,
or the
you can only
other.
have
Not
one
invisible.
concentration spell up at a time.
But that invisibility is going to end as soon as he attacks anyway.
Oh, I see.
Right, so you try to time it where.
We can twin it though. That's a good idea. So I'll haste Kazan as well. I suppose.
I will stab them many times. I'll probably fear on the first round, assuming I can get him in a cone.
Who did you cast 8 on again, Tim?
Corinne, Bryces, and Kazan
Okay.
for 10 hit points.
Price is yes, you have all your spell slots, and now you have 10 hit points.
Okay.
We have not cast any spells. Or now we're in the buffing stage.
Yeah,
the
I'm adding the 10.
revive-
So I have,
Fire
I have 67 hit points right now.
Nice.
What?
It's crazy.
She had her own
You
potion,
just said,
too.
Tim,
Yeah.
what you just did was 10 hit points,
Oh,
right?
no, I already added the 10 of those. Corinne, so it should be only 57.
57, okay.
Yeah.
What?
She took.
Yeah, that's right.
She got 10 from her potion and 10 from your aid.
And 10 from you.
She should be in the front. Actually, she should not, because if she gets hit, then we lose our haste.
That is also true,
Potentially.
potentially. Okay.
She does have 8 on her saving throws.
Yeah.
There we
All right.
Oh, wait.
What are you guys'
8 is only
position?
Sorry, I was thinking of bless.
Blood. That's what she's got that from the heroism potion. She's got
Oh.
bless.
Do I want my frost armor or my mirror image up? Need one of
Really
those.
mirror image because it won't do. Never mind.
I haven't used mirror image in a while. We'll do that one. I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself. So I'm hasted and have invulnerability potion and have duplicate copy. As it starts doing push-ups really fast and all the duplicates are.
can give you a potion of growth and make you super gigantic.
Oh my god, the amazing! Start punching the. One of them says, "Take on someone your own size." Oh god. I need all the buff icons. All right.
All right. So, what are your guys' actual positions you're getting in?
So I think we're gonna try to put Bryces and Corinne up on the rock, overlooking, like just peeking over it.
Wait, so someone ping on the map where these people are, so that way I know.
So this is like a volcano type indentation.
There's an entrance right about here, and there are two giants right by the entrance. And then there are about 10 goblins mining, with a hobgoblin whipping them, and a dog.
You could go ahead and pull out one of your animals.
Yeah? I don't
We've-
know
we-
which numbers y'all have been rolling.
We
I need to
summoned a
check
bunch
the
of them.
back at some point.
You don't have to talk to your teammates about what they did to your animals. It was.
No, she does not need to know.
It was. It was. I don't.
So apparently, by trusting my husband to play my character sheet, that was a poor decision.
No, they took it on their own characters. They just used your thing to do terrible things on their own.
It was a long journey. We didn't have much to do.
All right, Bryces and Corinne, you guys are climbing up. Heather, do you actually have control of your character?
Basically anything but an 8 or higher.
Let me see.
I can't. I mean, I didn't know if you actually had.
Probably be easier if I actually had my mouse, but yeah, I
Okay.
have control.
Okay. I'm going to. You guys are going to need to. When you peek the crest or whatever, you're going to need to roll stealth checks with disadvantage as you're climbing this loose gravel rock.
Well, I have a question for everyone. I can cast darkness on the fire giants to keep them out of the fight. If we want to, like, limit who we're fighting at one time.
We had to
Just
take
run
them
out
out
of the darkness.
at some point, I think.
You might be able to do that. You'll probably have to do that during the actual combat, either as part of your surprise round or back to the regular rounds. Yeah.
And
that's-
I am going to start our battle by, as grotesque as it sounds, I'm going to use a short sword, just jab one of them in the eye.
Why the sword?
To make sure I blind it. Yeah, but an arrow won't necessarily blind it.
Okay. A blinding attack. So what I'm going to let you do, Halfred, he is standing still and you're invisible and flying right in front of his face. So it's going to be an auto hit. I'm going to let you roll an attack roll with advantage, and however well you roll that attack roll is how much you actually hit his eyes versus just hitting him.
What?
Because you're essentially doing like a called shot,
Yeah.
which I don't know if there are actual specific rules for that.
I don't think so. But I kind of like what you're coming up with.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to make an attack roll. You will auto hit him because he's just standing still and he's right in front of you.
So, what number will you be looking at?
Your actual the hit and the damage roll will actually determine how much damage you do too.
Gotcha.
So
So
you're
the
gonna,
higher attack roll I get, the better.
yep. So go ahead and put yourself in position for that. I don't know which one you're gonna actually try to do that to.
Closer one.
Okay.
That way the rest of the party knows when I started.
I will move you to position.
Wait, the clock's haste.
Yeah.
And what's the mirror image symbol?
We used 3 leaf one.
3 leaves. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 on there. All right. I'm so buffed.
Yep. Okay.
Let's do this.
Tim and Kaz, and you guys are heading over here to the actual entrance.
I want to get as far as I can without making a stealth check.
All right. I'll let you make it a ways further, because right now you're in the midst of trees. You're not even close to them yet.
Okay.
So you guys can move forward. I'll tell you when you've gone too far.
Well, there's a tree in front of me. Just go this way.
Yeah, you have to go south. Yeah, there's a tree blocking your path.
South?
Yeah. That's as far as you can make it without having to make a stealth check. Tim, you and Kazan can now both see the great armored...
Holy shit.
You can see the great armored arm of a fire giant at the entrance.
His face. It's just like, danger, danger.
At this point, enough of you have seen the fire giant. I will actually show you all what the fire giants look like. There you go. They are heavily armored and have huge great swords and are generally not to be fucked with.
Hey, it's metal armor.
We didn't fight these things till the final dungeon of my campaign. Oh no.
They also look pretty top heavy too. We just push them over.
Yeah.
I'll let you get right on that. You got your grappling hook, Tim?
Always.
Right. So did y'all want me to use darkness at all or not? Because I can take out of combat most of the people.
How does darkness work? Can we move through it? Is there...
No, you can't go through it at all. It's basically just to keep people from being able to join the fight and limit the number of individuals who are coming out. It's a 15-foot radius, so 30-foot diameter.
Where do we put that?
I can go over all of these people.
The goblins, I don't know if you're here for this, Bryce, but the goblins are chained. They seem to be indentured slaves. The hobgoblin is whipping them into digging.
Alright, so it could take out, this guy, and then this fire giant, and the dog, too. I'm assuming the fire giant's not 30 feet tall.
The fire giant is probably about 20 feet tall.
So yeah, he won't be able to see. I can just hold it, and then we could use it later.
We might need to use it defensively.
All right, so I'm going to let you guys go ahead and roll initiative. I'm going to roll everybody's initiative. Well, I'm going to wait to roll my initiative until after the surprise round, actually.
How exciting.
Yeah. You guys go first.
Yeah, the plan is for Halford to get the first... Well, I guess, we'll see what initiative rolls out. I assume we'll get the surprise round either way.
Right now, Bryce and Corinne, you guys are at the peak of this ledge. You're looking down.
Damn, nice roll out, Halford. Flying around, raining down those arrows.
Okie doke. Let's start some music. Halford, you can go first.
Right. So
you're gonna aim for his eyes.
Yep. First turn during combat. Have advantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
So I can still do that.
Yes.
Okay. So I will aim for his eye. Here goes.
Is that a no? It's a crit.
That's a crit.
That is a crit with the advantage. Yes.
Okay. 11 damage.
And with a short sword. I wouldn't even with a fucking bow.
Halfred, you fly in at his face and take your short sword and just slash it across his eyes.
Yes.
I don't know what a good I've been stabbed in the eyes symbol is.
I think there's literally an eyeball somewhere.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, his whole eye section is bleeding profusely now. Yeah, there we go. That's a bleeding eye.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to stay where you are? What are you gonna do? What are you doing now? Your invisibility is gone.
Uh-oh. He hit so hard his internet broke.
Oh no.
His webcam's even doing the circle thing. There you go.
Halfred, your invisibility is gone.
Okay. I have extra attack.
So mechanically, Corinne technically hasn't hasted us yet, right?
Technically.
Oh shoot, she hasn't.
Because
She was
If
going to
she
do
did,
that
you would
after
be invisible
you
anymore,
did the invisible
so-
thing. So she's going to have to do that. Yeah. Corinne, you're going to have to do the haste as part of this surprise round.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not technically hasted yet, Halfred.
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
Your invisibility is done from the attack.
Will you let me aim for the other eye?
You slashed both the eyes with that critical hit.
Oh,
You did.
sorry,
You
my
did it.
internet hiccuped. So
Oh.
as soon as you said I was flying into his eye, I couldn't hear you.
You did a slash across his entire brow section, and just slashed across his eyes.
Nice.
I'm not gonna say he's completely blinded, but he will now have disadvantage on all attack rolls.
I'm gonna believe in Curran that she's gonna cast haste and do my
I have
extra
changed
attack.
my mind.
This was the plan. All right, still at face level. You slash him across the face.
This halfling just appears in front of the giant. Just
Yeah, it's just this
Go for the eyes, Alfred. Go
this
for the eyes.
floating halfling body just slashing with a sword.
Imagine if I were wearing my bear fur cloak. Be a
What is
halfling there.
this?
Half bear, half halfling.
All right, you staying there, Halfred? You moving away? What are you doing?
Wouldn't he get an attack opportunity?
He would.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Okay, stay there. All right, Barisis.
Okay.
Check the Skype cameras.
Okay.
They're frozen again.
Oh, okay.
I guess we'll just. So I'm gonna attack the same fire giant.
Okay. Chaos bolts. 24. Your options are fire, thunder, and psychic.
Thunder.
Thunder.
Fire, I have a feeling, is not a good idea.
That's a really good
Yeah.
guess. All right, you slam 18 thunder damage into the fire giant, and he rocks back. He screams, "We're under attack, brother!" Tim, you're up.
So I assume they can fit through this entrance.
They can.
How can they do it one at a time, or can they just go around the rocks and stuff? I don't know.
The entrance itself, they probably have to go through one at a time. They could climb out of the hole, but that would be
Okay.
difficult terrain, and they'd have to actually make their way up if they want to do that.
Gotta hold the line, Tim. It's gonna
Yeah.
be painful.
I'm gonna stop here and say, "Halt!"
As he cranes his neck.
Yeah, hi.
He can't even see what's
You shall not pass. Wait. I want to fear them when I get a chance, but I don't want to fear you. So try and get in a position where I can hit them, but not you.
Is it a sphere?
It is a. DM, can you give us a
Cone?
Yes, it is a 30-foot cone. Can you give me an example of what that would look like?
You would have to be like put here and like angle it that way if you were trying to do that. Anyway, I can give you a cone. You know what I mean? Like to hit if you're gonna hit both giants. If you're trying to hit both giants.
Would I? Give me a 30-foot cone. I want to see what I can do with it.
Yeah. Let's see.
I want to try to put Tim in a spot where I won't hit him with it.
Right.
Tim knows that Kazan is going to cast fear. He's calculating in his head
You guys discussed
We had our group warm-ups. We talked about
the perfect position.
Yes. Imagine if the world were a grid.
Then he just falls over on his
And you
face.
want queen to rook 2.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Cone looks spooky.
That is a... Yeah. It's full of like hands and things.
It's cone of death, but I figure that's closest
I need
to.
I need one more stretch.
Oh. There you go.
30-foot cone.
What's the save on that?
My save. Where's my save? Where do I see
Kazan,
that?
Wisdom?
It's a. Oh, what kind it is? Yeah, it's wisdom.
Okay.
So I'm hoping these guys are
You can move it, Kazan.
more physically built than mentally built. Okay, so I mean, I can launch it. I can hit them both just by being where you are, or even one back. But I could angle it.
Okay. I can move over one then.
That would be perfect.
Alright.
I can't grab the hobgoblin or the hound, but the giants are my biggest concern, so. And that way, if I fear that one, you'll get an attack of opportunity, which would be good.
Yeah. I'll cast Spiritual Weapon.
You're summon your leech.
Yep.
All right, where's your leech at? Is this your leech? Close enough.
Yeah, it is. And I can't remember. Does it attack on the same turn?
It does. That is its first attack. That what you roll with
Okay.
the spell.
And do I get another action, or is that it?
You do. That's a bonus action.
Okay.
So that
Nice.
leech does 7 damage. Okay. Fleals
I'll
itself at the
attempt-
unarmored bits.
Yeah. To eat. Well. I'll have to eat his soul. Oh no.
Damn.
Soul Eater clangs off a piece of his shin armor and just sends your arm.
Soul Eater
That-
suddenly wants Tim's. It's the reckoning.
Pretty good damage for it.
Yep.
Alright.
All right, Kazan.
Alright, Kazan will walk up with all the confidence he can attempt to muster against such overwhelming odds. And as he walks, dramatically pull back the hood of his robes and reach out is like James McAvoy always doing the Professor X. Gotta have his hands in the right spot. And attempt to touch the giants' minds and reach into what they fear most. Like perhaps just not finding whatever they're looking for.
Other giants.
Other giant. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole ordering thing, right? Like the bigger giants.
Yeah.
There's always a bigger giant. All right, fingers crossed. Let's do that. DC 14
DC
wisdom
14
saving throw.
Wisdom. All right, the giant
giants.
nearest you saves
God
it.
damn it.
You send your fear wave through him, and his head just slowly turns and looks at you. And,
They are wise.
And he points at you and says, "You're first, little
He has a
one."
+2. Rolled a 19. Damn.
The second one
Damn it.
also
Aw.
turns.
That's terrible. That was my one big spell.
They both just rolled really well. 15 and
Yeah.
19.
Oh shit. Damn. Yeah, 19 and 15. Kazan blanches.
All right, Corinne, you're up.
Damn.
Hmm. I was going to cast haste, but now I'm just feeling like I need to.
Do something
Haste is
else.
still good.
I need to maybe attack. Okay, haste is still.
Sorry, suckers. I'm
it.
out of here.
Haste is the best thing as long as you're not getting hit, because
Yeah.
I'm
you
all
won't
the
lose
way back
concentration. Because if this is going to be in a protracted fight, we can do some serious damage with haste. And now I'm out of spells, so I will just be stabbing.
All right. Okay. We'll go ahead and cast haste then, using my twin spell on Halfred and Kazan.
His little winged boots flap a little faster.
All right.
Inside, pulls out his cyclade, like, all right, we'll do this the old-fashioned way.
Surprise turn is over. Let's get everybody's on the
Oh
board.
God, please don't roll well for the. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Thank God.
Their dexterity is terrible.
That's
Okay.
one thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all y'all ladies, AOE spells would do well, except for probably Fireball.
Which is like your main one.
Yeah.
Where the
Yeah.
lightning will be.
Yeah, I can't even use the other like 3rd level spell that I have because it's all fire damage. Too.
That's true.
Right.
You can shoot the hobgoblin. He's probably not
Yeah.
making fire.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Well, the fire giants did bad, but everybody else did okay.
Look at all these high initiative rolls. Holy crap.
Yeah. Halfred, you are up first.
So does this guy actually have the blinded condition?
What is the blinded condition? I don't know. If I actually want to do that to him.
It's half of that.
It's half a blinded, yeah.
They fail. Ability checks require sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
I'm giving half of that. You guys are not getting advantage on attack rolls against him, but he has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay, he's half blinded.
He's half blinded, and he will also fail on any checks that require sight. So everything but the you having attack advantage on him.
Okay.
Because he is still vaguely aware of your presence and is seeing through the blood in his eyes. Halfred?
Should we kill the half-blinded giant first, or try the other one?
Do the one near it. We need to all attack one at a time. Don't spread this shit around. I vote we attack blindy guy. Yeah, we're all here
Okay.
ready to attack him.
Alfred would use his hasted extra action to disengage. Gives a thumbs up to Corinne.
as his little halfling body is flying away. Thank you!
He flies up another 50 feet. The speed is double, so he's already 20 feet, I'd say, in his head.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
So now he's 70 feet up,
Jeez.
and
70
he'll
feet
just start.
up. Okay.
Because my range is 80 feet. My
Yep.
short bow.
Yep.
He will use a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on Giant. And then he will use his first normal action. Short bow.
And do you do extra stuff against
Hold on.
your? Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Since
We'll
you're
do it.
giant, yeah.
Bonus to damage roll against object increases 4. But I don't think a 13 will hit.
13 is not gonna hit.
Hold on.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
I didn't do it, but I am going to re-roll the d20. I think that's what this does.
Feeling lucky.
Then a luck point to roll the d20 or an attack roll. So it will be whatever I get plus 9.
That's the actual feat you took, right?
Yes.
That's the actual lucky feat.
Yep. Ooh, much better.
That's much better.
19.
For 8 damage? Or 8 plus 6?
8 plus 6 plus 4 because it's my favorite enemy.
It's 18?
Nice.
Alright, you sink an arrow into the top of its head. from 70 feet in the air.
Seems like a good spot to hit.
And I still have my regular attack, extra attack.
Yes.
So, Hunter's Mark again, and this time I will use my Short-Sword Colossus. Damn it, 15. I will. Can I do luck again?
All right, this kitty.
I think I will.
Yeah, whenever you make an attack roll, you can do it.
Second point.
Okay. That's
There we go.
much better. And how much damage is
17.
that? 10? 17? Okay.
Oh wait, +4. 21.
21. All right. You stick another arrow right into like his like neck area. Beside his armor. All right. The hobgoblin captain looks back at the attack that has just come wading into the canyon, and he yells, "We're under attack, sirs! I will kill them for you! Prove my loyalty!" 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Attack of opportunity for me.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Gets within range of the glaive.
25, sure gonna hit. You slash him but good.
Slash.
He pulls out his great sword as he approaches you, Tim.
Ah!
Uh-huh.
Says, "You won't hurt the masters." And he is...
haven't
I
hurt
dare you to
anyone
hit Tim. I double dare you.
Oof.
slings it,
Close.
slashes at your armor, and slashes at your armor and does nothing.
Hey, the armor worked.
The armor works.
Nice.
Yeah, a 20 would have, that would have hit. All right. Bryces, it's your turn.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so... you
And
The Tim. Uses you.
Oh, right, yes. Okay. Which that actually, because he attacked you twice, that happens twice.
Does he have to hit or no?
No. Anytime anybody takes a shot at him in melee
Nice.
range. All right, so he has to make a DC 11 strength check to get his sword out. Which he does. He pulls that great sword out of the sticky shield. And glowers at you. Bryces.
I
Okay.
stare blankly back.
I have no feelings about this.
Alright, still with the fire giant.
Does the fire seem to do damage to him?
The hobgoblin, yes.
Okay.
22, and you get... Oh, boy. You did that at 3rd level?
Yeah.
Okay.
Debating on if I want to re-roll those first 2 dice.
Oh, okay. You can if you want to.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. So, I'll do that and re-roll the first 2 dice.
So it's this number plus 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, same thing.
Same thing.
Yep.
Alright, fine
All
then.
right. What kind of damage? You got thunder, poison, fire, or cold?
How about cold?
Cold it is. All right.
Cold seems good against fire.
19.
Does
Yeah.
cold hurt them extra?
It doesn't appear to, as far as you can tell. But that cold ball hits him in the face anyway. Frosts his armor. From the back of the canyon, you guys just sort of attacked. Or yeah. The goblins were still digging whenever you attacked. But from the back of this canyon now, you hear a voice call out. It says, "Snigbite's friends is here!
Oh my god.
He's
Oh my
come
God.
to save us!
Oh my god. Really? Of any fucking tar pits in any place in any place in the city, it had to be Snigbat.
Friend Gobos! Attack masters!
Hundreds of
Help
miles away.
friends! And the goblins are going to attempt to come help you.
Just attempt the operative word.
Probably.
We're gonna get all these goblins horribly murdered, and then
Yeah.
where are these all the goblin children that have grown up? Kazan
That-
has a horrifying thought.
That would be the presumption, yes.
Oh my gosh, my baby!
20.
Wait, are they not chained up?
They're chained.
They're moving in a
actually-
conga line.
You know, no, they're not chained to each other. They're actually just.
Oh,
So they actually will have difficult movement.
they're just
15,
shackled
5,
themselves. Okay.
10, 15.
I literally
yeah,
pictured a chain gang.
15. These guys gonna climb out.
Kazan's just gonna yell, Snigbat!
Snigbat friends! And the goblins are going to engage the giant in the back. None of them can reach the giant that you're fighting.
You brave bastards.
2 of them are going to attack the Hellhound. They're going to raise their picks and shovels over their heads.
Oh my god. I did not see this turn of events happening. Yeah, fucking whack that hell.
Yep, and both of them whack that Hellhound with their shovels. And 2 of them are going to attack the fire giant himself.
Holy crap.
Which somehow, both goblins find like weak points in the armor and actually smack the giant in the shin.
Kazan went from rolling his eyes to like cheering, like, yeah!
Yeah, until they get murdered in one hit.
Yeah.
I know, exactly. You raised her right, Snigbat! Life expectancy is shortened considerably.
Tim, your turn.
The sword will attack the giant.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, the leech.
The leech, yes. Okay. God damn.
Cast-
You guys said...
Cast growth on Snigbat. Or
Alright, your leech
anti-growth the giant.
hits him. I guess that was a potion somebody had. I don't think anybody actually has
Yeah.
the spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that. And I'll attempt to inflict wounds upon the giant. Oh,
No. Man, usually like dynamite with that
Yeah,
spell.
the spectral leech is just hits that iron armor he's wearing and just doesn't go through.
oh my
don't like
goodness.
the taste of giant. We're gonna be in some problems here.
I rolled 2 ones
Oh my
for
god.
that damage.
Wow.
I will
Yeah.
not attempt to reroll that. Okay.
All right. The Hellhound is surrounded by goblins.
It's just gonna start eating goblins left and right.
The Hellhound is going to bite out at one of the goblins. And believe it or not, the goblins wearing what they well, hold on just a second.
Are
Like
they
raise up
wearing
their
loincloths?
chains and block it.
That's right.
No, that actually, yeah, they're not
They tried.
they're not wearing their shields. That's what the issue was. What that was.
Yes.
They still got their leathers on, but they do not have their shield. So, yeah, the Hellhound lashes out at one of them and just bites it in the face and destroys it.
Kaz just does this like, oh no. Now this battle's become a race against trying to save as many goblins as we can. Because we're going to lose at least 2 a round, I think.
Who's sneak back?
The goblin from the very first dungeon we went into, where he helped us defeat the boss, as long as we protect the babies.
So, would it be in our nature to protect these goblins?
It probably would.
Okay.
We probably feel some affinity towards them.
Kazan, it's your turn.
I guess we'll keep attacking the giant. And the hobgoblin's right in our face, but I'm not too concerned about him. Let's go super hasty round on the giant. So Cyglaive.
That will hit. You guys have just hit everything. Well, almost everything.
Twirl around with the blunt end.
That's max armor.
Alright, the extra attack is Cyglaive. Oh no.
Also,
You jinxed it, man.
Yep.
Alright, now the hasted round, which is just the 1 attack.
Yeah.
Does that haste give me another bonus action?
No. It's 1 extra action.
Okay. Shit.
Also, smack some armor.
Yeah, holy crap. What did I roll? A 5, a 1, and a 4.
Yeah.
Alright, after that initial 17. That's terrible.
Corinne, you are up.
I could use
Okay. I will use my lightning bolt on this fire giant in front of us.
How long
Wait,
is it?
so and then how long? Oh, it's 100. It's 100 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So you could hit both of them.
both of them.
Yeah.
And so the bless thing, I get an extra 1d4. Is that what you said for that?
That's attack rolls and checks, but you don't actually have to make an attack roll for this.
Oh, okay.
You just
Got
roll
it.
damage.
So it's not the damage. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, they will get blasted with the lightnings. The one nearest you? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, that was him. Yeah, I just didn't have him selected, but that was the fire
the
giant.
-1 redex. Nice.
Yep. Alright, he gets the full force of that lightning bolt in his face. And the back one doesn't do much better. They both take the full 27. Alright, the fire giant nearest you is looking very bad.
Nice.
And it is the fire giant's turn.
Uh-oh.
The fire giant closest to you says, "We are set upon, brother. We must kill these little folks. The Duke will not let us come back without the peace. Aye, brother. We'll kill these little ones." And he begins to approach. The one closest to you, Tim, turns his eyes on you.
Yeah.
He has disadvantage. But he also makes 2 greatsword attacks. And he will attempt to bring his greatsword down upon you. 13 does not hit.
Merciful heavens.
22 does hit.
Oh, God, with disadvantage, too.
Here's a plus 11.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking bad.
Hang on. It does not hit anymore.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Nice.
All right. That fire giant sword is coming down, and Luck just bends it to the side slightly.
Luck bends it.
All right.
I've done my good deed for Tim.
All right.
Oh my god,
Just
here comes the
imagine
critical
Tim is
fail
like-
from the entire giant.
Sure.
Being swung into the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First
I
stick.
think it's gonna destroy your sticky shield. Just explode.
He's gonna pull your shield with his sword back.
Pull your arm off your freaking socket.
Let's just find out. Oh my god.
wait.
I called it. Critical
You
fail.
rolled that with.
Oh, I did roll it.
Well,
Never mind. That
but
was
the first one was a 1 anyway.
You're right. First one was a 1. Okay. I don't know how to describe this sequence of events.
I think he just basically swings a sword down, and Tim just sort of goes into the ground with the sword.
Yeah.
And he brings the sword back up, and Tim just stuck to it.
It's
It's like Velcro. So technically the sword is attached to the shield, but it's actually more like Tim is attached to the sword.
His little crater
Zoom,
where
zoom,
Tim
zoom,
was.
He's just gonna like shake it, try to get Tim off.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Tim!
Tim's like hanging on. Oh god, I'm okay.
Like, Tim, you're flying now too.
The far fire giant, not encumbered by blindness, will look at the goblin closest to him and say, "Out the way, little goblin," and cleave it in twain.
Yeah, I can't save the goblin.
And it will
Oh,
begin
man.
marching towards you all.
Why does he have advantage, though?
Oh, he shouldn't have. I think because I clicked off. Yeah, he shouldn't have advantage.
It would have been 13.
Would it really have? Well, it still hits.
Yeah.
That still hits.
13, I think, we
Yeah.
determined still hits the goblin,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh.
Literally has to critically fail to miss a goblin.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. He sort of scrambles his way up the hill, and he is close enough to attack you, Kazan, with his second great sword attack.
Good lord. Alright, hang on, I need to recast just to see what the rules are from your image.
Yeah.
3 dupes. Roll a 6 or higher to change the target's attack target to a duplicate. So I roll a d20 and I need a 6 or higher for you to attack a duplicate instead of me.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Nope.
It's not like an ability check or anything, right?
Technically not. I'm just rolling a straight d20.
Sorry, I can't help you there then.
Yeah, I had a good odds to protect myself.
Hey, you still have all your images.
I do have my potion of invulnerability,
So you take
which
half.
gives me
15.
Yeah.
Or 14.
half damage.
So I take 14 from that hit.
14. All right. And with Tim's 10 temporary hit points, I will take 4 damage. Thank you, Tim.
All right, we're back up to Halfred.
Yeah, that's ouch.
What are my
Stupid mirror
trait
image.
qualities?
What's up?
Conference having an existential crisis.
Yeah, he is. He's floating 70 feet in the air, going like, "What would I do?"
Your trait is you love killing giants. Now kill this giant.
The giant's not looking good too. The one that's
But the
been
goblin.
Well, killing the giants will save the goblins.
I'm killing the dog, but
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but if we could kill the giant,
Halford looks back and forth at the
the
goblin.
dog is going to be busy
and the
murdering
giant.
goblins over there, which is a bummer.
Between the goblins and the giant.
Well, you got split your damage up.
Alright. First hit. Be at the injured giant. Hunter's mark.
Okay.
Short bow. Oh!
How much damage is that?
6 and 6. 12 plus 4 from Hunter's mark. 16 plus 4 from greater favorite enemy. 20 damage.
Corinne, here's what you see. You see an arrow from behind this giant's head. This giant's looking right at you, and you see an arrow just come straight through its forehead and poke out a little bit. Its eyes roll up in the back of its head,
Nice.
and it falls down dead.
Nice.
Wow.
Amazing. Wow.
All right, now if you want to save the goblins, you can save the goblins.
Alright, yeah, let me try to hit this dog. So using my extra attack. Target bonus action. I already used my bonus action. No.
You did, yeah, you did Hunter's
Yeah,
Mark.
well, it wasn't a bonus action because it was still on him. So I'm going to use a bonus action now to move it to the dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm moving it to the dog. He's not injured though, right?
He is not.
I thought
So
were the goblins? I thought the goblins were hitting the hell.
oh yeah, that's right. They hit the dog.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They did. They did. They hit him with shovels.
Okay. So I
They
will
were
go
hitting everything.
dog.
Your arrow slams into the side of that dog. Believe it or not, 19.
Oh. Wow.
Dog is unarmored entirely.
Well, yeah.
He rolled a
19.
3.
Okay.
And then I'll use Corinne's haste action. And regular.
Wow, another 10.
Yes.
All right, you put another arrow into him, and he's not looking good. All right, where are we at? The captain, the hobgoblin captain, is going to continue to try to. He's a little shook after seeing one of his fire giant lords fall next to him. But he is going to try again at you, Tim. Unsuccessfully, he swings wildly with his sword. And it is Bryce's turn.
No, wait, what happened to Tim? He was still stuck to the guy's sword.
We'll say he came down with the giant. I don't know.
Hi, Tim.
The sword got dropped before the giant came down. All right, yeah. Minus 4, 2 of those, and the hobgoblin. He pulls back. His sword is still attached to the shield. What is this?
Now I have 2 swords.
One of which.
One to go.
Yeah, one of which probably makes it impossible for you to move with that sword.
Yep.
Um,
Stuck to the ground.
Bryces, your turn.
My turn. All right. We're gonna do this.
Okay.
I'll make a click the little advantage button. Because what could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Fire giant again.
Okay. You can roll
Oh.
a 20 for holy shit.
Well,
33.
33. All right. Well, you know what
Right?
that means. Bryces,
yeah.
right? Like that's at this point, it's a familiar feeling to you when you do too well with your magic.
Skype window, Christopher.
I'm not
Stop
doing
minimizing it.
So I'm gonna need you to roll that D100, please. $36. Roll a D10. Your age changes by a number of years equal to the roll. If the roll is odd, you get younger. If the roll is even, you get older.
Okay. Is that-
By how much?
By the D10. Let's just roll a D10 and we'll 3. It's an odd, so you feel years of your life lift. You feel 3 years younger.
Hey, I've got that glow back to
Yeah,
my skin.
right.
A little rose
You
here.
just stole the life force.
Yep. All right.
Her boobs and butt become a little perky.
My fire has more pep.
Yes. This is the new regiment. It's just murdering the shit out of things to feel better.
15,
No, Goblin, stop.
15.
We've got this.
Oh God.
I mean, you could yell things at them if you want to. Like, you don't have to just let them do what they're gonna do. But they are currently running to attack.
Bryce will yell out to the goblins, "Fight on!"
These 3 aren't gonna make it very far. All right, there's 4 goblins surrounding that hellhound, and they're all just gonna attempt to just beat him to death with their shovels.
Yes. This way, I mean, the way they rolled the first time, I'm gonna let them.
Yeah.
Kind of need that damage. Yes. God damn it! They rolled way better than me.
You guys lose sight of the hellhound in the flurry of shovel blows.
The goblins tear it apart.
It's just pulp. By the time they're done, they're just slamming it with their shovels.
Oh my gosh.
And there's one next to the goblin captain, and he's going to swing at him as well.
Probably hamstring him.
No, this time he's not gonna hit.
Oh.
That was the goblin's turn. They saved themselves from the hellhound.
Yeah.
Although Halford did most of the damage, but still. Tim.
Bringing their weight pretty well.
Yep. Your turn, Tim.
Okay.
Murderous goblet rampage.
Do I get advantage if I move on the other side of the goblin, right here?
Sure you do. The
All right,
goblin is on your side.
Attempt to inflict wounds.
Ooh. There you go. There you go.
I assume it's the same jaw-opening spectral leech boring through the skull.
That's the roll I was looking for.
Uh-huh.
Because that more than murders this thing.
Maybe that's it. Leech just doesn't like giant. I was like,
Yep.
hobgoblin.
You do still have your spectral weapon up.
Oh yeah, that guy. He'll move eventually and attack the giant.
Okay, let's move him into the giant. And he will hit.
Wow.
All right, the hellhound is a bloody pile on the ground. Kazan, you're up.
All right, I've been mostly useless this entire fight, but I will continue to attack the giant.
That'll hit. That will hit.
It's one action, extra attack.
That will hit. That was a good round.
Yeah, well, now I get my hasted round.
Yeah.
Hasted attack. All right.
Dear
That was
Lord,
better.
that was a lot of.
How much damage did I do that?
I don't know. What is? Someone want to add that up?
39?
39? Yeah. Sure. That's a lot of damage. You just slash like his shins and just. Yep.
I'm just fucking like whipping around him and all that shit.
Karen, you're up.
Okay. Let's see.
And I'll call out to the giant, attack me, you fool! Like trying to. I assume my dupes will come in handy at some point.
I will throw my lightning chromatic orb
Okay.
at a level 2, which I think does more damage.
That ain't gonna hit. You could roll your D4 for your blast, but that would not matter. If you had inspiration, you could re-roll that. I don't know if you do.
I don't have
Okay.
inspiration, no.
All right. That orb
Yeah.
hits the rocks. The fire giant is up. He looks at his brother and he says, I will cut you all into twain for what you have done. And he is going to take 2 attacks at Tim and Kazan in front of him. First one's for Tim. God damn it. God damn it.
Critical fail.
Yep. And the second one is for Kazan.
Dear God. Come on, 6 or higher. God damn it! Mirror image, you piece of shit! I'm throwing the spell away.
Oh, your spells have failed.
Hold on,
this
what is
sounds
your
like-
AC?
I
What's
cannot
your
do. 17.
Oh.
I can't believe. The whole point of this spell is to fucking save me from these situations.
Yep.
God.
I'd roll my bend luck, but it's only 50-50 if I can actually save you.
I like those odds.
Alright, fine. I need like a 4 though to save you. You realize this, right?
I will put all of my fingers across.
Nope. Close.
Yeah.
Becomes
Oh.
19.
All right. Well, the
I
Oh,
tried.
vulnerability will make that a 12.
Yes. That
I like
that
10
potion's come in way more handy than your spell has.
Sure has. Jesus. Yeah, I'm
Alfred.
glad I did that shit. I'd
Yeah.
be probably dead by now.
I think you would, actually.
I think I would. I've taken, what, 50 some damage
Yeah.
I would have? Like, damn.
Halford's gonna descend about 40
Mirror
feet.
image. God.
Wait.
Huh.
He missed on me.
Yes, you did. That's-
Are you really gonna let him keep doing that, Sticky? Because he's got like 3 swords attached to it.
I just need 1 to complete the set.
There's no way that's logical at all.
I'm gonna say that you were able to disengage from the other fire giants after he died. You still got a great sword attached to it.
There's probably a rule about 1 weapon.
Yeah. But he's able to pull it out anyway. But the scarf slashes him. Yeah, Halfred.
He's gonna descend about 40 feet.
Okay.
Use his bonus action to move the hunter's mark to the giant. Do a short bow. 11's not gonna hit.
Not gonna
But
hit. Bounces off
I
some
will-
armor.
Use my lucky last one.
God, we're burning through everything.
Yeah. That will
21. So 8 plus 4 plus 4.
is
16.
16. All right.
Extra attack. Mark repeat. Short bow plus colossus.
Dear God.
Nah.
How much damage is that?
23.
Holy shit. All right. The giant is wavering now. Blood's coming out of its nose and eyes. It is.
And then Curran's hasted action.
Yep. That
15.
will bounce off the armor, though.
Out of luck.
All right. Hobgoblin's dead. Bryce, it's your turn.
Turn. Mr. Power Giant. Da, 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 da.
All right. Bryce's, how do you murder that giant? 741. Psychic force or acid?
Acid.
Acid. Acid to the face.
Yep. Right up the nostrils.
All right. The acid hits him in the face and trickles down into his armor, and you can see steam coming up to the armor as he corrodes and falls down dead. And with that, hostilities have ceased. The giants are dead.
Hooray.
Hooray!
We've gone way beyond
We've
our
gone
time.
way over. To save time, I'll do XP offline, but, yeah. So, yes, we're over time, so I will roll the music.
You did it.
Thank you to Eric, Heather, Reese, Rochelle, and Raymond. I am Chris. We're here doing D&D 5th Edition Storm King's Thunder every week. We will see you next time.
Snake
Hopefully I'll
man.
be on time.
Saved like 75% of the goblins. A net gain.
Yep.